If I could. I don't know why I can't switch it.
It switched.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, as I just am a bit struggling here a little bit. I do beg your pardon. Well, I'll just try and get myself all sorted here and try and pause the music as well. That would be a great thing to do. Just give me 2 seconds, guys, while I just quickly cut my co-casters preview off for a little bit. We are in the group stage qualifiers for tonight, sponsored by PUBG and We Buy Cars. We're going to be moving on shortly, very quickly. It's a small little intro. We got the top 16 of tonight. We'll move on to the finals for our tournament in season number 2. Everybody's jumped into the plane. Let's get ready to go with the gameplay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I do beg your pardon for that little bit of a problem there that we had. It seems that some things aren't just working as intended. But we're here, we're ready to go, and let's get this party started. Airless, how are you doing tonight, sir? First off.
I'm quite good, thanks to yourself, Godfather.
I'm good.
I mean, tonight's an interesting night, a hectic night as well, I must say, for some of these teams. Really going to be pushing themselves. They need those points, and I'm looking forward to see what happens. And our first zone is a banger, Godfather.
Yes, indeed it is. And yeah, I think for a lot of these, for the Rusty Revolvers, they're going to be happy because they're quite close to that Sovnovka Island Bridge. I think for a little bit. Let's hear the sounds of Airless while I just quickly sort out some of the tech issues in the background. So Airless can take it from here while we just look over the map in the beginning stages.
Alrighty. Well, I mean, guys, to be quite honest with you, this circle right now, it is gonna be quite a hectic circle. I mean, technically we do have 3 teams in, 4 if you include Inexorable Gaming. But all the rest of these teams will have to rotate in. We are probably looking at a Sovnovka military base ending, but for the time being, it is still going to be decided. But I have to give it out to these teams. They are going to be in a tough situation tonight. They have to get into the top 16. Some of the teams have finished their beg your pardon, their games. So some of them only have 4 left. So this is the final group stage, and now these teams have to get into the top 16 in order to move on.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, definitely, this is do or die crunch. There's a couple of teams that will probably make it because there's a couple of teams ahead of them, like White Rabbit Gaming. I think need 3 points to surpass 16th position, which is in which is a couple points ahead of them. So it's for them, it's not such a challenge. Should be able to get at least a couple points. And the people above them as well have played all 8 games as well. So the team that is in 16th have played all 8 games. They still got 4 games to play. So for White Rabbit Gaming, I think they should be able to do it as well. The teams we're sort of going to be looking at, like we did last week Sunday, Airless, Rusty Revolvers, Sick Daddy Club, you know, Team Wolves. Can Team Wolves bring back something that's great here?
You know, I'm really hoping they do, because they just brought us some serious great gameplay there towards the end when it was so tight. The adrenaline was pumping, the hype was there. In the moment, everyone just trying their best to qualify, and then in the end, Team Warwolves they managed to withstand some of that pressure. So did Rusty Revolvers. So I'm looking forward to see if they can withstand it once again. But now we do have some bigger teams in the lobby tonight. So it is going to be very, very interesting to see how they cope around these bigger teams.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we got Trixers in the lobby here. It was a very good team as well. They definitely going to do some damage as well. So we look at already the Rusty Revolvers have moved quickly over towards Sovnovka Island. I like to see this early rotate gives them the position inside Sovnovka. We've seen multiple times that Inexorable Gaming like to take the boat across here. So will we see the exact same thing coming out from them? That's the question here. So, you know, there's Dawn or Disaster already waiting by the boat already. Narco on his way. And this is, you know, we've seen this, like I said, a couple times from NX, and this is their standard rotation going into Sovnovka is get onto the boats, get themselves across. White Rabbit Gaming already getting themselves across as well. So, you know, I think White Rabbit Gaming have a point to prove because Thursday night, not their best outing on Thursday night.
I mean, yeah, 100%. I mean, speaking of early rotates, look at Team Wolf Quads coming off with a really, really early rotate, top right of the map, coming down in boats. This is some hectic stuff from them. It's also quite nice to see making great use of the boats right now. Maybe along the way they could pick up a few more, try and deny teams options from using the boats and force them to use the bridge, and that could really force in some gatekeeps here. But now Deervolt getting that level 3 gear with an MK. Now, this is a banger. First drop of the map, and he's got it. This should be a big opening now for Rusty Revolvers, especially with that level 3 gear. Hopefully, they can put it to use, though.
Yeah, I mean, great little spot out coming there from the Rusty Revolvers as well, and they literally got this whole section to themselves. Not many teams have made their rotations early, so I really like what Rusty Revolvers has done here to get themselves into Sovnovka Island. And then we got the Against All Odds Black members also making their way into the circle as well via the sea. As we can see, Dr. One and Slayer in the boat already making their way across with Dan, and the rest of them also going to be coming on across the road with Ratatata as well, coming out of Ferry Pier. Microtech Esports going to rock up there. There's going to be no boats there now for them. So again, Against the Odds Black, a team who could potentially upset somebody in this in the top 16 here. And we're definitely looking for there. I think we look around the map, we've got Against All Odds, their normal team coming out of Pachinki, or just out of the side of Pachinki there. I think they're pretty safe at the moment. They made 40 points in the first day of group stages. I mean, a really good performance coming out from them. Can they continue it through here? Because I know Kritsy's looking to, you know, get the top of the leaderboard. That's sitting at 98 points with high voltage, if I'm not mistaken. And with high voltage, that's a big ask to get 58 points in one evening.
Oh yeah, 100%. But I mean, let's not just throw it out the window. It is still doable, 100%. But they really gonna have to push for it. And I mean, right now, Inexorable Gaming get onto Sovnovka Island, military base, otherwise known as. And they're already looking for spots. Viking going for a vehicle here, it looks like. But Rusty Revolver's not aware of this just yet. And I think Viking might get a vehicle steal here away from them.
I mean, the Rusty Revolvers already got a vehicle as well. They rocked up here. Here come the shots are coming out from all of them as well. The MK going to be flood out as well, and Inexorable Gaming just going to walk away from this one. They're not going to try and keep that one out. They're going to try and get a little bit more central, it would seem. I would expect them to get to there. In the background, we saw also the Smurfs and the Fractus Gaming getting into a little bit of a skirmish. One of the Smurfs getting eliminated. Vampire is out of the game. They've just got behind him MLC Devils, and to their left hand side Fractus will meet up again, and this is what we need to see Fractus maybe might just stop here, because do they know they're going to be doing the same rotation path as Smurfs go? And Anonymous has stopped. Fractus Gaming has taken the stop here. The shot coming after them. Another person coming like he goes down. Can Juzo make it out of this? He's going to jump into the driver's seat, and it looks like he's going to make it out alive here in this tough rotates for Smurfs.
Right now, Smurfs are not going to be happy with that, and Juzo's car is already also flaming, and there comes the flush from Jari onto Puppy Monkey, but that is just so unlucky. Fractus Gaming, good awareness, stopped as they heard the vehicle. It is very smart play from them, and they knew they could possibly get some kills there, and they did pick up one or two. I mean, now is the question. I would love to see these new bridges come into play. The bridge camps will be very interesting.
So the one, well, yeah, we got the bridges here. I don't, at the moment, we're not really seeing much in terms of bridge camps. We have not seen a bridge camp, I think, throughout the whole battle season. So that's been a bit of a lackluster from there. Out in the open, we have White Rabbit Gaming with Team Diversity right on their heels here. Chris Ed jumps into the car. His vehicle wheels have been popped, and that's no longer an option for him. And No's running as well. He's out in the open. Shots connect onto it. Unknowns, and Unknowns is going to get put down there by Stretch, and that's not good for White Rabbit Gaming in the early stages. They're not looking to get this sort of attention in the early stages. I don't think they want to try and feel their way back into this. And Fix is going to hit the bar though. That's really unfortunate, and I'm sure that's going to be super frustrating there for the White Rabbit Gaming member of Unfixed. I mean, we've all had it. You got it lined up, and then that bar. It's just so unfortunate.
I mean, it must be even worse with the bolty when you know the guy's standing still and you shoot, but it hits the bar and you realize that could have been a knock.
Yeah.
But I mean, right now, White Rabbit Gaming, they got the member up, and now still 4 members strong. They're just gonna maybe regroup, rethink some things through, but not a moment to waste, and more pressure put onto them by Inexorable Gaming. But now Mingo in the background doing some nice work here on Microtech Esports, and he will take out DJ there, and he will get another member. Shots coming on towards the bench, and wow, Tricksters eliminating Microtech Esports out in 15th position here in the early stages. This is insane.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Microtech Esports. We saw them earlier trying to come in to find the boats, and there was no boats here. And Tricksters landing in Promosk have that one boat available to them. They just played this one a little bit later than what they want to do. And now we see Slick Daddy Club moving up on towards the Team Warwolf Quads. Bad Bunny has been eliminated already, with Millie down to less than half of his HP there. And Voodoo hunting the Warwolf Quads down here, and he will eventually start to see the member of Millie there maybe pop up. Just gets behind the ridgeline of the rocks there. Shadow Warrior also up. Griffin just below here, and let's just have a look to see exactly where Griffin's trying to hold. He's just going to hold there for now. Shadow Warrior making the swim underneath the water, with Millie now making landfall on the rock side over there. Looks like they may have spotted out Shadow Warrior, and Voodoo I think has spotted out Griffin, who's now trying to change up his position, but he's gonna have to come up for air at some point. And I think for Team Werewolf Quads, this is not going to be an easy fight to get out of.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's just so unlucky. They had a great rotate there in the beginning, and then towards the end, I think they just pulled in a little too early. Maybe should have just continued along with the boats instead of stopping here. Continued a little bit long on the island, but we still have 2 members up. I mean, STC right now just getting a few free kills here in the early stages, but Melee and Shadow Warrior could clutch it out for some placement points here towards the end, maybe even a few kill steals. So right now, if they can just get in to maybe Fairy Pier here to our left, I think it would be a lot better for them. They could take their time, they could sit in those buildings and just wait for the next zone to pop.
Yeah, I mean, let's just see what happens. I think Shadow Warrior is pretty stuck between a rock and a hard place right now. Or rock and a Slick Daddy Club, it would seem. They have been spotted, and the shots are going to come over, and Shadow Warrior going to get eliminated there as he jumps into the water. And you can't survive or be knocked in water, so Shadow Warrior going to be knocked out. Millie, last member surviving here for the Team Wolf Quads, and all along Team Diversity going to take a couple shots over towards Slick Daddy Club as well. They're just holding that kind of off center compound there. White Rabbit Gaming just off the center of the playing area there. For Inexorable Gaming, they've remained where they needed to remain against the odds, still making it inside the circle for now. Smurfs have landed into the eastern part of the map. And a couple shots again. We have White Rabbit Gaming and Inexorable Gaming in the same sort of space again here, Ellis. This seems like these two teams are just thinking very much alike at the moment, these two South African teams.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's like it's an undying feud. Like, it's always going to happen. Like, you're always going to see Inexorable Gaming and White Rabbit Gaming going at each other. If it's not in the early stages, you'll see them there in the top 5 and they'll be going at each other. I mean, for the past, week now, they've been at each other's throats. So maybe something different happens tonight. I don't know. Maybe they decide to work together and take out one team for maybe good times.
Unlikely.
Sake. But we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah. Very unlikely. They all playing there for the points as well. Against all odds, Black making their way in. Still Slayer getting a compound there, which is a very good compound to have. And the Against all odds Blacks will spot out the Against All Odds, their main team here, using the ferry to their full advantage, and I kind of like it.
Yeah, something you don't see quite often. I have to be quite honest with you. This you definitely don't see often. But I think this is an easy rotate for them. They don't have to do anything. There's no pressure. They know this ferry is eventually going to hit land. But Against All Odds, Kritzy, he knows where this ferry's it's gonna stop, and this could be the only downfall right now. And Melee may be able to spot out Kritzy and help out Against All Odds, but I don't know. I don't know what to expect from this. Melee now is pushing up. Could he take out Kritzy? Perhaps he does have him in the sights. The nade though, smart play, not opting to take the shots, but this nade has to hit. Was it cooked perfectly is the question. The car will save Kritzy. Now this is going to be interesting. Kritzy knowing.
He doesn't do the full damage. He just clips onto the rock there, which is good for him as well. Here come Quick Draw Mag as well, as they make their way up towards this. Melee lying down on the rock face there as well. I think they may have spotted him out though. But they're going to continue on their rotation, as we see now Against All Odds. Black now going to take some shots on towards Quick Draw Mag as well. Does the members make landfall? Tricksters is also sitting here waiting for Against All Odds as well. Kritzy needs to be so careful now as he makes his movement in. Have they spotted out the Tricksters just yet? That is the question. And the circle getting ever so smaller as it goes. The blue zone making its way in, but Quick Draw Mag are going into the hull at the moment, and this is going to be MLC Esports, and they notice that that's been taken. The shots come out here from MLC as Kritzy finds Warlock pods in the background. Shots get rained out there. More people foiling as Zohan going to be knocked out of there by him. Gonna get taken out by Chris Ed as Whitechapel Gaming just assist Quick Draw Mag just out a little bit here. Bosgundel will complete that kill, and the res will come out to Brahim as well. Tricksters, yes. Let's see where the
sorry to interrupt you, Godfather, but this zone is gonna determine so much. And now, right, there is not a lot to play. Smurfs occupying the broken plane area, Fractus Gaming just to the right in that compound, and they are laying some shots on STC. Right now, it's a hard rotate in for these teams without any vehicles, and that have not gotten a spot just yet. This just shows, you talked about it last week, how good early rotates are.
Yeah, I mean it's a bit of a now. You got to keep on getting yourself the position. Now I feel like Rusty Revolvers is kind of like also with the early rotate, kind of like lost out the position. It's unfortunate to shift it away, but that is the way. But get yourself into a position where maybe make it a little bit easier. There is still space to play in these little hill areas here. We've seen teams survive a very long time within these little hill areas here as well. So I think for Whitechapel Gaming, they're going to try and four-man it up there. It looks like Inexorable Gaming going to go in towards the military base a little bit more, and they might just meet up with the Rusty Revolvers fairly shortly. And here came Quick Draw Mag as well, still trying to find a home here, but they're going to be running into the path of Against All Odds now as well. So it's just going from bad to worse with the rotations here. Another member goes down. Quick Draw Mag and the low pressure Richmond, last member standing by. Quick Draw Mag will get eliminated in 13th position, and I said it was a rough rotate for Quick Draw Mag, and it is a rough rotate for Quick Draw Mag, and that's really unfortunate for them. A knock comes out there towards Prev, as well as now the Inexorable Gaming members now make their rotations there towards the members of MLC Devils. Yusnine looks like he's going to be trying to get the res on towards an Audacity. And the grenades are just getting flown out here towards them. They don't quite know, but an Audacity right in the pathway here of Rusty Revolvers as well. They just need to hit that shot on towards him. The shots come through. He has no helmet. Narco going to take an Arctic, going to do some damage on towards him. Yes 9 just going to cover off this position as well. What else can Arctic see? Ripper going to take some shots on towards them. Whitechapel Gaming making a big of a nuisance of themselves towards the Inexorable Gaming at this stage as well. And it just keeps on carrying on here as now Sick Daddy Club tried to make landfall into something here, but look, they have nowhere to go as well. It just seems like if you're in a vehicle in this match, it's just death. And Whitechapel Gaming going to take our Sick Daddy Club out in 12th position, and it just seems that if you're in a vehicle, It's just death at the moment in the server at the moment.
I mean, there's no way you can rotate past like 3-4 teams, full 4-man teams. There's no way you're gonna survive. But now Whisker be taking some shots over on towards
We
the
have to go
Tricksters,
back
but in
to
the background, Use 9 takes out Disaster. Inexorable Gaming losing one member. Now the pull up. Inexorable Gaming on White Rabbit Gaming. Where Crusade gets one. Naku manages to trade. Can Naku maybe clutch this out for Inexorable Gaming, but he is getting tagged up by unknowns here. Now this is a big play. MLC Devils Esports out in the 11th position. Viking also pushing up to support Naku now. Where is the rest of White Rabbit Gaming? They need to come and help. Unknowns is taking this fight onto Inexorable Gaming by himself. Could we maybe see rest of the White Rabbit Gaming members pull up to this? Good nade though. Fixed will cause some damage onto Viking. What do you think is going to come out of here, Godfather?
I think Chris is going to have to just leave him to bleed out there, while the rest of the White Rabbit Gaming actually taking a couple shots on towards MLC Esports there as well, and Fix picking up a kill there on towards Gondol. And now the shot's going to come out. They have got the Hot Diggity up and running. We haven't seen much of Hot Diggity lately. He's been quite a bit busy man doing some work stuff as well. So good to see Hot Diggity back in the fray. And Knowns though, I think he's going to have to just try and delay Inexorable Gaming as much as possible here, because they have to move in now. They all have to make the movement in. But can the rest of the White Rabbit Gaming do anything? Ibrahim going to get tagged out there. Kritzy going to steal that kill away from Unfixed. But Dr. One going to get the kill there as well, as now MLC Esports gets eliminated as well. Shots come raining out here from Unfixed on towards Dan. And as soon as Dr. One makes that movement, Unfixed is actually going to ignore it. He may just lose that kill there, but Dr. One's going to be taken out by the blue zone there. We'll confirm that for the members of White Rabbit Gaming. Up to 5 kills now. A much better performance coming out from them. They're getting the kills that they need at this stage. Naku going to take out Acid, and that's the Smurfs out in 9th position. Top 8 now remains. Now White Rabbit Gaming seem to want to just ditch this one out here, but look at the fire coming towards Unknowns. It's just so much fire. Gets all Blacks gets it take it out there in 8th position. 7 teams remain now. Mingo will take them out as well. Team Diversity, and I haven't had much to do on the side here. Kritzy, last member standing for Against All Odds here, got the Fractus member just alongside here, but OKBB helping him out there.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see Kritzy maybe just a little more aggression now come out from him. Maybe he's just waiting for his team. He's definitely waiting for some support. Sterish now doing some good shots on towards the Tricksters here. And it's not looking too great for these teams that still need to make their way in. There's, like I said before, there's not a lot to play. It becomes very difficult. But I'm surprised Sterish here with the 2 times, really, he can hit some of his shots with the 2 times. It's actually insane. As you can see there, attacking for once, twice. Are we going to see a third? I mean, with the 2 times, this is quite impressive, as Android in the background will get one member from the Tricksters flashed immediately.
And Unknown stealing that away from him as well. So that's a kill steal coming from there. Looks like White Rabbit Gaming are just in it to try and do as much damage as possible here. Leader gets taken out there, but Narco gets taken out there by Born Slippy. Great work defense coming out here from the Rusty Revolvers, but he does get traded out straight away as well. What can Molotov Man do here? He needs to engage here. Doesn't have any lethal utility on him, which is really unfortunate. But Born Slippy had the grenade in his hand. He was going to grenade the right move, and he gets knocked while trying to grenade. That's really unfortunate there for the Rusty Revolvers, but they're in a points paying position. What could Chrissy do against Factus, his old team here? And he's going to get the Molotov on towards him. The shots coming out there from Anonymous against the odds, out in 7th position. Factus Gaming survived that one out there as well. White Rabbit Gaming still up with 3 members at this stage, with Chris Ed just the only one knocked there and out. Hot Tiggity going to confirm on towards leader there finally. And then we have the top 6 teams out and ready, but they need to be careful. It's now Team Diversity is kind of helping out White Rabbit Gaming here, but as soon as they peek over this ridgeline, it's he hasn't spotted out Loki to his left-hand side here. Loki going to take on the shots there, but he's going to get down there from Mingo as well. Loki going to try and do a little bit more damage here. Mingo going to confirm onto the Team Diversity member there with no issues, and they're going to retreat back to maybe get the res onto their teammate here, but the push is coming out from Team Diversity.
I mean, right now, Team Diversity, this is the right play. They are in zone. They can do an easy gatekeep on towards the Tricksters. They do need to be careful of White Rabbit Gaming. The White Rabbit Gaming can definitely spoil their party. I mean, there's only 2 members left for Team Diversity. They've only got 1 kill. I do think pushing this is the right call right now to just try and gatekeep the Tricksters, because either way, they cannot get in if Team Diversity hold their ground. If they try and go left, White Rabbit Gaming will be there to pick up those kills as well. So it's going to be a tough rotate in for the Tricksters here. So they have to pick wisely on who they want to take the fight with. But I mean, Tricksters already on 8 kills. They could definitely do with another 2 more. And oh, here we go. Lucky does spot out. Okay, BB doesn't hit any of the mini shots though. So it will be taken slow. But Android will get hit in the neck if I'm not mistaken. And he gets brought down to 2 HP. Okay, now with the smokes. Tricksters really need to get the utility usage out and rolling on this push. But okay, BB will be the first to take out one of the members from the Tricksters. But he will be traded immediately. Now, Android is down. One can be last member alive. It is a 1-on-1, but OKBB's really hitting his shots. Is OKBB sticking the rest there, Godfather?
No. Well, yeah, looks like, yeah, he's going to stick that res there. That's definitely what he's trying to do there. Mingo going to have to go for the res on towards Loki as well. He's got that little bit of a rock to cover face there. Does the members of, Diversity do have a lethal utility. So if that grenade hits, this could be a massive... Oh, there goes the Molotov there towards them. Does it hit properly? It does indeed. That's going to burn Mingo. That's a great Molotov coming out from him. And I think Mingo going to burn alive. Great Molotov coming out there from Android, and the Tricksters out in 6th position. And now we have our top 5 teams there. We got the Rusty Revolvers, we have Inexorable Gaming, White Rabbit Gaming, Fractus, and Team Diversity. And I'm sure Inexorable Gaming going to be smiling ear to ear with that zone shift.
You have no idea. I mean, they don't have to move, and they have endless amounts of cover. I mean, I have to also give it towards Fractus Gaming. They've got some nice cover. WRG gonna have to move in eventually, but they've got a little shack there to play along with the drop, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue for them. Hoping, or it actually isn't a shack. It's actually a power line, so it's gonna be quite difficult for them to get in. I think their move is gonna have to be to crash Inexorable Gaming, because Inexorable Gaming still do know that there's one member left alive from Rusty Revolvers. Hopefully, Fractus Gaming can take some shots on towards Inexorable Gaming and help out White Rabbit Gaming here in the rotate.
And Fix will take out Android in the background. We're going to move over to the towards that one. Looks like White Rabbit can go around, and this is Ripper out of the vehicle will take out. Oh, wish we would have seen that one, but okay, BB gonna get. But this is actually a great play coming out from White Rabbit Gaming. They know they can't move forward. They got Inexorable Gaming there. Let's see what other teams are on our side here, so we can cover off our backs and maybe aggress onto another team that's busy waiting in the wind here. They can see the smokes being deployed there by Fractus Gaming, and they will now know that there's a team sitting in there as well. They can easily now look at what Inexorable now as well. So they can easily now try and see exactly, pick their moment that they need to make their movement in here. So this is really good work coming out from White Rabbit Gaming. Maybe get the kills that they need as well. They're up to 8 kills is now at the moment. So great work coming out here from White Rabbit Gaming. But I think Unknowns has disconnected, and
that is
that's just so unfortunate there for Unknowns. I do think he's disconnected. That does not seem like a normal thing for him to do, and that's going to be heartbreaking there for White Rabbit Gaming, who I think had the potential to actually do a lot of damage here and take on these remaining teams here of Fractus Gaming and Inexorable Gaming. DVS did get knocked out there as well, but I think Unknowns is shortly going to get confirmed as well once Inexorable spots him. They do spot him as well. And there's no love lost in competitive, so that's just the thing that they're going to do as well. I can see Unknowns is just actually logged back into the game as well on my left hand side there. So that confirms that he did have a disconnect there. So unfortunate for White Rabbit Gaming, because I think with 3-man up they could potentially have taken this away from Inexorable Gaming and got themselves a $10 chicken there as well. And now Inexorable Gaming in the pound seats here. Look at the position that White Rabbit Gaming would have had here as well. This is just so unfortunate for them, man. That just went from bad to worse. But Fractus Gaming also going to take some picks over towards them as well. None of it's going to get fixed there. And Ripper will confirm on, or knock out an Anonymous. And now it's just who's playing for second position now.
I mean, right now, I would have loved White Rabbit Gaming had a vehicle. I would have loved to see them crash Fractus Gaming, or maybe get them with a drive-by. I think that would have been the play, because now Ripper is stuck in the open. He needs Inexorable Gaming's help right now to get out of this, unless he can take on two members from Fractus Gaming, which I have no doubt he can do. But he's gonna now get shot at Inexorable Gaming too. Anonymous is gonna turn his attention as well towards Reaper, and that'll be White Rabbit Gaming out in third position, but they had 8 kills, so it's still magnificent work coming out from them. But Inexorable Gaming wasting no time, knowing where the last 2 members are. Hot Diggity now with that mini will connect with the headshot onto DVS, and now Inexorable Gaming just playing the waiting game.
Yeah, that's all they have to do at the moment. They've got the better spot that'll come out. We on to the last phase as well. That'll end off just in front of the road there. Fractus Gaming got a little bit less of a position to get through. But, you know, as soon as Fractus Gaming leaves that little hollow compound there, it's all going to be over. Viking covering off the one side. They've got this all set up. Hot Diggity going to get the knock onto DVS, and that gives the indication straight away, as you can see, Inexorable Gaming making that push instantly over towards it. Can Anonymous do anything about these members here? Going to take some shots on towards Viking. Does get good connections there, but he's going to spot out Naku. Naku going to look at him as well. He's going to take the shots. Inexorable Gaming win it out with 10 kills in the end. And great bit of work coming from Inexorable Gaming. But I think we were denied there, Airless, with the disconnect there from Unknowns. I think we were denied a little bit of a more of a heated battle between these 3 teams, especially. I think depending on how it all shifted with White Rabbit Gaming and Fractus Gaming, Unknowns DCing at that moment definitely shifted the tides towards the Inexorable Gaming, especially. So I feel like we were a little bit. We were cheated, definitely. Yep. But yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. That's sometimes how, you know, you get some failures, and, you know, sometimes you just can't connect to the game.
I mean, I have to give it to White Rabbit Gaming. They did everything right. They didn't go left. They went right. They took on team diversity. They won the fight. I think the only mistake there was towards the end was not crashing Fractus Gaming there. But otherwise, they were spectacular. I mean, either way, even if they didn't, I think with Unfixed still in the game, it would have been a very, very heated ending. Like I said in the beginning, we were going to see these two in the top 5 once again, and they at each other's throats. Yeah. So I think WRG are just going to come back harder next game and prove Inexorable Gaming wrong.
Yeah, I mean, this is good to see that they've come out the blocks here with 8 kills as well. So obviously we saw there with Inexorable with 10 kills there. In second, we saw Fractus Gaming come out with 8 kills. Still a decent job. Look, Anonymous, 6 kills for Anonymous. They're doing a fantastic job there for his team. Third position, we had White Rabbit Gaming with 8 kills. In fourth, we have Rusty Revolvers making it with 1 kill there. That's, you know, it's 5 points that they're adding on to there. Yep. Gets themselves ever so closer to that top 16 as well. And rounding up your top 5, the team diversity with 4 kills there. Great little bit of Molotov coming out there from Android as well. But that is the round done and dusted, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be moving on to the next round very shortly. So take a quick coffee break. We'll be back now. And welcome back, everybody, to the second round of the evening here on the PUBG Africa season number 2. We're in the group qualifying stages, where tonight is the final night where we see our top 16 teams will be announced. And also we see that obviously our top 16 teams is getting closer. White Rabbit Gaming moving themselves up to 11th position, and kind of we spotted out there Rusty Revolvers Gaming, the team that we saw last week Sunday, about 5 points behind the 16th placed team. We are moving on to Miramar now. Remember that this is all sponsored by PUBG and We Buy Cars, so thankful for them to have it. We're fighting all for that $1,400, but in this game, if you win a chicken dinner in the group stage, you get yourself an extra $10. So everyone's hopped into the plane. Let's get ready to rumble in the next round.
And I mean, wow, look at that flight path. That is such a nice flight path for these teams right now. So many options. The question is, where do you go? Do you hot drop teams? Do you not hot drop teams? But it's a very, very nice flight path for them. I mean, rotates now are going to be a little different. We spoke about this before, right, Godfather? How the terrain differs from Erangel and Miramar. The ditches, the crevices, the rocks. Big difference in rotates. What do you think?
I mean, 100%. I mean, we've seen obviously a couple. We've seen even on Thursday how teams were battling a little bit to traverse the map here as well. So, I mean, to keep on the roads is your best bet all the time here. We see 4 teams going towards Los Leones here. We got against all odds Team Diversity, Sick Daddy Club, and Team Werewolf Quads all heading towards Los Leones. That's an interesting one though, because I mean these teams generally land here, and it's interesting to see that someone has just decided, okay, cool, we're gonna go for it. Beerus, everybody's just gonna go and head over towards this side of the map, and I feel for, you know, who's ever stuck in the middle here, and that's Sick Daddy Club, could potentially be difficult to get out of that situation, but Los Leones has got a lot of buildings, so they should be okay. Circle shifts up towards the north. We got something different now inside our matchup here. We have always been seeming to go down to the south quite regularly, and yeah, also a couple teams up in the north here. We got a good split coming out here from Microtech Esports. I think they would want to get a little bit more out of this game, that's for sure. Getting knocked out there by the Tricksters, who they've actually landed next to as well, so maybe round 2 coming out there as well, Ellis.
100%. I mean, right now this zone is quite a good one. Inexorable Gaming smiling from year to year, but you can't smile just yet. It is first zone, so when that next phase 2 hits, it is so unpredictable when that next zone is going to go. So right now it is going to be tough for them, but now Smurfs as well, just in the water. No boat. That's a bit unfortunate. That's gonna chew up some time.
Yeah, I think he may have just DC'd while connecting to lobby, got back in the plane, and he was busy landing himself in the water. But he should be okay to get to a vehicle. Just needs to avoid against Lars Black, and maybe if he's rotating in White Rabbit Gaming as well, depending on how long White Rabbit take to make their movements. Quick draw mag inside Minas Generalis. We saw some pretty tough rotates coming out from them in the previous match. Not what they would have been looking for as well. They just also on the cusp of getting eliminated as well. We've seen now also Gosp, who was holding that 16th spot, has been pushed down, which they have no more games left. So Gosp is officially out of the tournament. They won't be making up into top 16 at this stage. And Rusty Revolvers, I mean, like we said, 16th is 22 points. They have 17 points. 5 points away from getting to that top 16. It's not inconceivable for these gents to make it into the top 16 at this stage.
Right now, the only threat, I would say, is MLC Devils Esports, because that's where the closest numbers are at. So if MLC Devils Esports get eliminated now in the early stages once again, and Rusty's pull out a banger game, it will. I mean, if they could even just get that placement with 5 points in the top 5, and then with maybe 3 or 4 kills, it's going to set a big bar for MLC Devils Esports to compete with. So I'm hoping that they do set that bar, because then it just makes it so much more interesting. It grabs us, the adrenaline's pumping, and it's so unpredictable on who's going to qualify then.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I mean, we got Quick Draw Bag there on 22 points. 16th is MLC Devils on 22. Gosp, as we said, has been eliminated now on 21 points. Microtech on 17 points. Rusty Revolvers on 17 points. Slick Daddy Club on 10 points. So, you know, those sort of teams there also now there. And also, like we've seen now, we only got 15 teams inside our lobby at the moment. NR team, unfortunately, is having major power issues and nothing we can control from that perspective. And they're on 26 points. So, NR team could just be that team to, I think, that makes or breaks. I think that's the point limit there, I do believe. I think 26 points is what these teams should try and aim for to qualify for the top 16 at this stage. I do think that that's going to be the cutoff point at this stage. I mean, Team Custom, who's on 28 points, may be safe on that one as well, because they've also played all their games as well. White Rabbit there on 29 points, so I beg your pardon, 11th. They obviously got still 3 games ahead of them as well. So you expect White Rabbit, with the game that they came out in the first round, to continue on their trait as well. So it's just, you know, it's going to be an interesting thing to watch out how it plays. I think the last game again, like we had last week Sunday, Airless, is going to be a cracker one.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. The adrenaline's going to be there. These teams are going to be clawing to qualify, as we've seen before. So it's something to look forward to. But now White Rabbit Gaming here with early rotate. Now Quick Draw Mag spotting them out. I mean, there could be a little bit of revenge coming at you for Quick Draw Mag. I mean, they rotated past White Rabbit Gaming. They rotated past a few teams. They rotated past against all odds as well. Critzy. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. Maybe they can get some rotate kills now, just to maybe pull back a little bit. But I don't see them really gonna play this aggression game here in the early stages. I'm hoping to see a lot of aggression come out from them, but I don't know if we're gonna see it, Godfather.
No, I don't see it. You can see White Rabbit instantly shifted to a different rotation path as soon as Chris Ed obviously would have called out that he's getting shot at. So, I mean, wise from White Rabbit Gaming, they're just going to try and get themselves into the circle and see how it goes from there. Zorble Gaming just got each their own compound here. It's ridiculous from every angle. Are they that confident with the way things are going that they can take a 1v4 maybe? I mean, I think if one of them does get pulled up, you're going to see them definitely, if one of them does die, they're going to shift into all 3 of the rest of the remaining team to shift into together at this stage. I saw a couple of them practicing also on Viking stream the other day, them actually finding up a couple of areas here, so I'm going to give it to the chat as well. But we've got obviously these hail bales that sit on top here, which you haven't seen being used, so should we come here in the late stages? Is this a big factor? This is new, and this is a big factor that could play a part here inside these little buildings and these large buildings here. And this also gives you a pathway to get onto top of this building as well. So it's going to be interesting to see if we do end there, who plays those little spots there. Because, I mean, if you are aware of it, and then the players won't know of this until they actually watch back the cast. But if you throw a couple of mollies up here, grenades is probably a potential just to get that one knock being is in the late stages. So that'll be interesting to see as well. Tricksters and Fractus Gaming going to have a bit of a long range skirmish. There's the Tricksters just pulled back from that one as well. Just a couple of shots. There's a very good compound here for Fractus Gaming, only coming in with 3 members at this stage. Slick Daddy Club coming through Al Zahar from the eastern side of the map, and a lot of teams making their way through this road here in the south here. Slayer now going to take a couple shots on towards as Quick Draw Mag makes their movement, and he's going to be okay for now. Looks like they're just going to stop on the edge. We've seen a lot of this from against the odds black. They do like to play the edge game.
Yeah, I mean, it is a good strat, but I think towards end game, it's just your positioning that the edge does not really give you that positioning. As now Chris Ed will get the first knock on against the lots. He's gonna try and go for a second, runs out of ammo. He's gonna go for many. Can he do anything with the many? He does.
Just Whisker left alive here, and Whisker going to be a shot from the top here from Unfixed here, and I think the push needs to come in here from the members of White Rabbit Gaming. Where's Ripper? He looks like he's going to pull up, and he's going to eliminate his brother here. I think this is going to be a good rivalry coming out here from them. Whisker in a lot of trouble here. The grenade's going to come out here from White Rabbit Gaming. Can that grenade pin on the point? It doesn't. Unfixed here as well. What can they do? They can't. Whisker doesn't have the time to do the reses on towards him. White Rabbit Gaming spoiling the fun here for the Against the Odds members. Whisker trying to do something here, and Fix is going to make a movement around here as he now is going to continue on this movement here. Whisker on the edges here. Can he win up the fight? The fight does not win there. Ripper makes member to try and see what he can do against Whisker here. Doesn't spot him out. Whisker going to battle against White Rabbit Gaming, and that's going to be two of them down, and he's going to go for the raises on towards Critzy, going to bleed out there in the end, and Deathbog looks like he's also going to be raised there as well as Whisker, making sure that he's getting all the work done here. White Rabbit Gaming fold under Whisker here, and that's not what that White Rabbit Gaming would have wanted from that one. The flashbang going to go out there, obviously not too sure if another member there. Unknown's very far away from this, and I think White Rabbit Gaming, that's just a bit of a wake-up call not to take on Against the Odds too much here.
I mean, that was a big clutch. I have to give it to Whisker. He did phenomenal work there. He had so much pressure on him. I mean, the teammates probably in his ears saying, you got to do this, you got to do this. And he clutched it out. I mean, it is a bit frustrating for White Rabbit Gaming. I guess they, as Unknowns, could have at least helped out there and maybe won it out for them. But I mean, that's just so unfortunate. But from Against All Odds, great work here on the stages.
Whisker, it's definitely saving a lifesaver here for Against All Odds, that is for sure. He picked up those 3 kills there as well. They do lose the member of Critzy, which is not going to be too bad for Against All Odds, because they only lost that 1 member in that skirmish. I mean, 3 of them were down. So for White Rabbit Gaming, I think they're going to be kicking themselves not be able to clutch that one out. Joru going to get knocked out there by Loki in the distance as he makes his way over towards the hay bale. Not what you wanted to see there. So Fractus Gaming down to 2 members. Inexorable Gaming making their movement in towards this compound just below Fractus Gaming. And for this side, the eastern side here, this is going to be a tough rotation coming in. Nobody on the western side of this map. Should this make this move, I think teams all just focusing on getting themselves into that area there. Unknown's going to hear Team Diversity make their roll pass here. Not much that he's going to be able to do with Team Diversity. Last member standing here for White Rabbit Gaming at this stage. And Sick Daddy Club get themselves into a very good compound as well. And where is that happening? And that's down over here as MLC Esports take on Crystal Map.
This is good shots! Wow! Big Man will be taking out MLC Esports. Coming in hard. Are they going to push this though? They are in zone. I don't know if it's the wisest push right now, but it would definitely maybe get them some kills. So, Quick Draw Mag not going to maybe be able to get that res as now. I think, or will he? He will. Android in the background will take out Viking.
Well,
so,
this is what
it's going to be a slow fight. But now, oh, big crash now, possibly coming out from Team Diversity. They have got that opening knock. Disaster. He's going to be sticking the res. He's going to have to let go. Morado flies over the wall. Stidish will be the first one out of the vehicle. And here comes utility usage from Team Diversity. Now, all 4 members in. I think we're going to see the rest of Inexorable Gaming coming to try and help. Perhaps Hot Diggity on his way in. As Viking was flushed out now. So it's gonna be a 3-on-4 situation here, but Brahim will take out Mishman in the background. Disaster takes out Stidish, and then he will be traded. Hot Diggity now flushing Stidish. I think Inexorable Gaming could pull this one back, Godfather.
It's going to be tough though. They got still 3 members of Team Diversity in front of them. They only got the 2 members up. Quick Drawbag will get eliminated out in 15th position. That may help. The Rusty Revolvers out in a later stage as well. So we'll keep an eye out on what the Rusty Revolvers do in points wise going forward. Beerus just going to be sitting on the opposite side there. Hot Diggity getting put down to less than half HP as well. Down to 19 as he now does a med kit as well going through. DJ Apex going to take out Juzo in the background. Juzo's still alive in this whole skirmish thing, and Team Diversity looking to try and complete the flush out of Inexorable Gaming here, but can Hot Diggity get to the member of Disaster? He's going to take the shots on there. Narco going to get OKBB, but Hot Diggity needs to retreat yet again. OKBB going to get knocked up, but I think he maybe get raised a little bit easier than what it is. Hot Diggity does make it into the building there for Disaster. We'll get that raise on, no issues there. The grenade outside of that building. So for them, it's all looking to see what can Inexorable do. Put this onto another fair fight as the circle shifts over towards San Martin here. And that's an interesting shift coming out there. That's what you want to see. A San Martin ending here could be a very juicy one indeed. And Team Diversity, what do they do here now? They got Inexorable in front and they know that they are in front here. The crash coming out there. Fractus Game is taking the compound that Hot Diggity and Naku had before. Behind him, the rotation's coming out from Slick Daddy Club. They're looking to get themselves inside San Martin as quickly as possible. A leader making his way through there for the Rusty Revolvers as well. And just behind him, they got Team Werewolf Quads making that movement there as well. So, you know, everybody looks like they're going to be flooding towards San Martin as quickly as possible, it seems. But I think where these members are, Rusty Revolvers, are looking in a good position. Just make sure, keep yourself covered, don't get crashed on. The vehicle is done and dusted, but for the Tricksters, they're going to have to, they look like they're just going to play out this edge of the circle for now. But some shots coming back here from Molotov Man doing 56-8 damage there. Some, you know, they're not standing down here, Rusty Revolvers. I like this from them. They're doing such a fantastic job inside this game so far. And that fight there is still continuing on.
It's still going. I mean, Team Wolf, of course, now doing a very dangerous rotate, and it might cost them. Vehicle has no tires. It flipped onto its side. All four members now hop out the car, and it is just Redak who is going to be farming some kills here. Bad Bunny and Shadow Melee trying to make their way in. Bad Bunny gets knocked. Just Melee now. Melee somehow sneaking past Redak here and getting into the building.
I feel for Team Wolf Quads there, but I think they should have taken on the fight and just do a whole gunfight instead of trying to run away for Bad Bunny and Melee. Could have potentially picked up something there as well as Disaster gets a knock on towards OKBB as now Team Diversity trying to rotate away from this. We'll lose a member there and they'll put them down to 2 members and Inexorable Gaming in essence win that fight. Melee gets found out by Xylene and that's Wolf Quads out in 13th position there as well. But now here come the MLC Devils onto Against All Odds Black. Shots coming out there towards Dan. No helmet there for Dan and he's very lucky to be alive.
I mean, that's a cheeky angle. I mean, I was not expecting that. Now, I mean, Against All Odds Black is going to be a tough situation. Good use now coming out from MLC Devils Esports. But Slayer somehow still alive. May be able to get res. Dan has no helmet, so it's going to be a very tough fight now that he's going to have to take on to News 9. I think News 9 has probably spotted him out, but that smoke is blocking quite a bit. I think MLC Devils now just have to fight him as possible. But in the background, Dr. One, some nice damage, but then at the end, he will be taken out, leaving just Dan out to take on the whole of MLC Devils Esports.
And this is what the MLC Devils needed as well, to push their points up, and they were on the cusp of 16th as well, so that they're going to grab a couple points from this. Dan, his smoke is running out, and he's going to look over there, and just now going to spot him out, and the Against All Odds Black gets eliminated out in 12th position. That will push up for the MLC Devils up to 4 kills there. That's exactly what they would have wanted, and the crash comes in here from the Tricksters. Loki down to very low HP as well. Born Slippy, last member surviving here for the Rusty Revolvers. Can they salvage some points out of this one? That's exactly what he wanted to do. Needs to see if he can beat them out. Loki will win that one out, and the Rusty Revolvers out in 11th position. With what the MLC Devils did now, that's not what the Rusty Revolvers would have wanted inside this game. Looks like it's going to pull a little bit more north though, as we see the next circle shift come out there as well. MLC Esports coming in from the south, the Devils still inside San Martin, and it looks like a very long rotation coming out here from Against All Odds team here, the main team, and it looks like they just made it across the ridge line as well. Inexorable Gaming has spotted them out. Shots will come out there as well. Deathball going to get a couple tags towards him and towards Hot Diggity as well. And it looks like Against All Odds, I think we're just playing this one into San Martin, moving towards WRG there. as well. Do we see round 2 and maybe unknowns, which is the script there on against all odds in the end? I mean, it's possible. We saw Whisker do it against them, so it's all there. But Whisker's gonna get knocked out there by Hot Diggity, and Venom as well gonna get knocked out as well against all odds. Will they make it into the circle? Just Deathmark left alive here for against all odds, and it's gonna be a tough run there for a Deathmark as well to make it across with, you know, Hot Diggity, like we said earlier, hasn't been in the battles too much. He's been a hard-working man, as in Whitechapel Gaming get eliminated in 10th position. Has been a hard-working man. Great to see Hot Diggity back in a competitive match.
Oh yeah, no, it is absolutely lovely to see him back. I mean, his aim is not rusty at all. It's like he hasn't been away for one day at all. But right now, the place to be is in San Martin, at least on the edge of San Martin towards the north side. But I have to give it to Microtech. They are in a nice position for the time being, seeing over San Martin right now. But when that next zone shifts, it could cost them. I mean, Bowser now has spotted out Use 9 from LC Devils Esports. He could potentially get a knock and flush here with the help of his team. But it is very, very not likely. As now they're just going to watch, but they need to be careful. The tunnel vision could cost them big time.
This is going to cost them hard now, I do believe. They have to make it down this hill here. It doesn't look like they have any vehicles inside this compound here either or around them. So to make it down here, all the teams are going to be looking, but Reaper, he's got that orb. So let's have a look at that. This could change the tide for him as well. They're looking over towards the Sick Daddy Club crew there as well, as now we see a couple team members making their movements in. But Microtech, I still think they're going to need to get themselves in towards San Martin or just out of it. Yeah, could be in the next phase. Let's wait and see what happens. But Inexorable Gaming now going to try and get themselves in towards the area. They got Fractus Gaming in front of them, so they're going to think they are aware. They can hear the vehicle of DVS making his movement in here, and here Anonymous going to get taken out there by Team Diversity. Beerus going to hear the crash coming out from DVS, and Frenchie actually going to finish that one off. So stealing that away from Team Diversity. Team Diversity tonight, a couple of steals from them. They're definitely getting their kills taken away from them. Really unfortunate for them as well. And
I mean, Fractus Gaming, I mean, what do you do in this situation? You're one member. I think you just have to try and hide it out as best as you can. But now, Inexorable Gaming, really late rotate from them. This is something that you don't usually see. I mean, we did see it in the first game of the group stages of their first match on Erangel, and it didn't work out too well for them. But now
but this is a little bit later as well, I do think. So this is they're busy fighting. They're trying to find a position. This could be a very good position for them to have, being that it could shift out of San Martin. And if it does shift out of San Martin, Inexorable Gaming on a prime position to continue. Beerus going to get found out there by Disaster, and he's going to get flushed out there as well. So 5 kills up here for Inexorable Gaming at this stage. Is now Microtech Esports now going to take on the fight towards the Tricksters, as the Tricksters now make their movement in. He's going to make his way, and he's going to get taken out there as well. And that's going to be the Tricksters down into very much a difficult position. Mingo, last member standing here, as Inexorable Gaming taking a lot of shots on towards the Tricksters there and stealing those kills away. Sick Daddy Club of Maidens, and this is what could be in potential for Microtech Esports next, because they're out of the circle now. Look at Sick Daddy Club instantly seeing them, someone coming down that mountain, and you're just getting shot up. What does Microtech Esports do now? It's difficult.
Vehicles. Yeah, without any vehicles, I don't think that was the right call. They should have at least pushed into San Martin early. When they did get that knock on the Devils Esports, yes, has to face off Inexorable Gaming, but Naku from behind will take out DVS. Fractus Gaming out in 9th position. So I don't know. Microtech in a sticky situation.
Oh, they got vehicles. They picked up the vehicles. They picked up the vehicles from the Tricksters. Yeah. So they're going to use those vehicles. We are a little bit timed out here, I think, for some of these members. Not entirely sure what's happening there, but it seems we are okay for now. But look at the amount of shots coming out there. Hard to get. He finds out Android and Team Diversity out in 8th position there as well. MLC Devils coming in from the south. So is the MLC Esports team. And Microtech have made it all here. I mean, we didn't
I don't
see
know
it.
how.
We didn't see it because we kind of saw a bit of a lag out coming there from the observer client, but it happened. They made it down, but you heard the amount of shots coming down towards them. Thank goodness they had some vehicles coming their way, and otherwise I think they were pretty much in a very tricky spot there to make it in. MLC Esports spot out the Inexorable Gaming members. Ooh, I hear a orm coming out here from one of the members of MLC's. Definitely another orm. So we got 2 orms in play here. This is something we don't see often, which is cool.
I mean, I don't know. You don't see a lot of players opt for the bolty, even though it is quite a powerful gun. But they would rather take a DMR for those long range shots and basically just more shots. I don't know. I think it's personal preference, but Reaper will be taking out a little bit of revenge coming at you from MLC Devils Esports now into Microtech.
Yeah, the shot's going to come down. The grenades are going to come flooding through, but they're going to be okay for now. DJ Epix is going to throw down a smoke just to get that res onto his teammate. Voodoo will get the knock on towards Frenchie. So Microtech Esports is being it's a bit of a focal point there on towards them. Sick Daddy Club and MLC Devils looking at them as well. US9 going to take some shots on towards his sister team, MLC Esports. And it looks like they're going to just keep on themselves busy for now. Where does the circle pop to next? Mingo, are you speaking the lingo of PUBG, and are you getting that circle?
Oh, no way.
He's pretty happy.
No way. There's no way that out of all that havoc on that mountain, he survives. And he gets blessed with the zone. But he's prone behind a rock?
Yeah, he's prone behind a rock. He's just going to have to chill here for now. He's just inside the circle. He just needs to make sure that he doesn't get spotted out. He's got Naku, who's in the power little grid here, the power station inside San Martin. I think Naku is aware. Yeah, he has spotted out the feet, though. Oh, he spotted out the feet. The shot's going to come out there towards Mingo. And he's going to stand up here. Naku has spotted out Mingo. Mingo going to get himself just behind. But Naku pushes too far forward here. Microtech Esports have got his number checked in as well. It looks like Naku's just going to pull out of this one for now. Get to his teammates because he's got a little bit of a trek to do. He is outside the circle for now. Deathmark has still made it in for the Against All Odds members. 3 kills. The 3 kills onto White Rabbit Gaming we saw Whisker do earlier on. Great bit of work coming out there from him in the early stages of this match. And Sick Daddy Club, I think this is a good start for them. I mean, they were 10 points. At this stage, they will be on 14, 15 points at this stage. So they're rising up the ranks here. Can Sick Daddy Club come into the top 16? They have now put on a good show for us to, and a good game here for them to get themselves ever so closer to getting to that area. Frenchie going to spot out Xylene though. A little bit of an overpeak coming out there from Xylene. Should be okay for the Rays. We see a little bit of bugging out cars there. Interesting stuff. But we'll continue on our way. Deathmark on the opposite side here. I think they are aware that Against All Odds is going to be making the movement in. Deathmark, I think, he's very lucky. But he's not going to make that one much further. And Against All Odds out in 7th position with 3 kills. Sick Bluff gets eliminated as well. Here come the push out from Microtech Esports. They're looking to also get themselves into that top 16 position. Voodoo going to get knocked out there from Frenchie. And the push coming out from them. Zalene now needs to return the favor there for Voodoo. He did put them in this position. Frenchie going to get knocked out there. Xylene instantly going to try and do some work there for them. And Mingo on the sideline here might just play spoiler for Microtech Esports as well. MLC Esports gets eliminated out in 6th position by their sister team. And I think it's only Reaper left alive here for Microdose. Reaper and DJ Apex. As Voodoo will eliminate them. DJ Apex, the last member standing here for Microtech Esports. 7 kills here for them. They're going to be happy with the progress.
I mean, this is such disappointment. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, it's so unfortunate. I mean, Microtech with a good push, but it just went south when Xylene got hold of Bowser there in the beginning and Frenchie. I mean, it was insane.
Yeah,
it just fell to pieces. Now STC out in 4th position.
Mingo. Mingo, look at
He's still
Mingos. And Mingo will actually eliminate STC there as well. So the whole of San Martin is now going to be out, and now the remaining teams, 3 teams left here. We got Tricksters with 1 member, MLC Devils with 4 members, and Inexorable Gaming with 3. And for the MLC Devils, it's been quite a good game. 7 kills at this stage. We also saw 10 kills coming out from Inexorable Gaming. And how much does the Tricksters have at this stage? 6 kills there, 4 for Mingo. So it's a very good game here for Tricksters as well. And I think for Mingo, he can just wait this one out, see, and maybe clean up the scraps here between these 2 teams as they make their way in. US9 going to get taken out there by Disaster. And the fight starts as this moment. Look at the amount of
I was gonna
smokes. Holy moly.
This is in good util though. This is beautiful util. Did that just come out from MLC Devils Esports?
I think
if
so.
Yeah. That's a kitchen sink and a half. We talked about it last week. Was it last week? No, it's still this week.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane. We talked about Twister and the kitchen sink. Now it's MLC Devils with the kitchen sink, and they still got nades and all. I don't know. I don't think Inexorable Gaming was prepared for that amount of smokes.
No, not at all. But look at this Mingo. He's made his movement up now. He's going to play this. Oh, Mingo. He's playing this so smart. He's got himself really, really close to the edge here. And he's literally has to wait for these 2 teams to just... Oh, but if the wrap comes here from Inexorable Gaming. So I think Narco's still aware that maybe someone's going to come from that area. But now we're in the final phase here. And... what can these teams see? I mean, there's 3 teams in it at this stage. I think that Bush for Mingo. Oh, he just gets spotted out there by Anodicity. And now it's just a straight fight here. Can Inexorable Gaming win 2 in a row here? We haven't seen it happen inside our group stages. And the shot comes out there from them on towards Anodicity as well. The shots are all going there. Spreeve gets put down, and Inexorable Gaming has turned this on the head. And MLC Devils under a lot of pressure here. Just Anodicity left alive. Disaster gonna come around. Inexorable Gaming winning out with 14 kills. Who can stop them tonight? With pretty much a 3-man.
Yeah, with a 3-man. 3-man
I
Viking
mean,
getting taken out early by Team Diversity there with the crash. I mean, that's spectacular work coming out from them. But MLC Devils Esports, hell, with that kitchen sink, I've never seen so many smokes thrown in a competitive game so far.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of smokes to get them across. Secured them that 2nd spot as well. If they found Mingo there, they finished off with a total of 8 kills in total. In 3rd position, we saw Tricksters there. 4 for Mingo, keeping the hopes alive there for Tricksters with 6 kills in total. 4th, Sick Daddy Club. That's a massive, massive result there for Sick Daddy Club. Finishing off with a total of 7 kills and 4th position. That'll earn them a nice 11 points, pushing them up to 21. That is a decent chunk of points coming out there from Sick Daddy Club, and that's going to really be good for them in rounding up the top 5. Microtech Esports finishing off with a total of 8 kills as well. So good job there coming from Microtech as well. So these bottom, the teams that are a little bit lower than 16th are starting to make waves now. They're starting to get their groove to fight for that top 16, and even so, this might actually just push up that points that needed for White Rubber Gaming. Yes, they're in 11th at the moment, but scoring only 1 point from that last game, and that's going to put them back under pressure to try and see if they can still claim that top 16 spot as well. We'll all find out how it unravels in the next 2 games. We move on to Wrangle next as well, ladies and gentlemen. So stay tuned as we will be taking a small break, and we'll be back in a couple minutes time with the next game. And welcome back, everybody, to the next round of the evening. As we just quickly pause the music in the background as we go along. Ellis, that was a pretty hectic first two games. Inexorable Gaming taking out the wins. What do you foresee for the next two games?
You know, I definitely see White Rabbit Gaming making a comeback. I'm hoping that they do take the chicken dinner now in this coming game. In my opinion, their first game, unfortunately, to that disconnect did cost them the chicken dinner. So I definitely see them coming back a little bit stronger now. A bit of a mess up though happening in the second game, but I'm sure in this third game they're gonna come out with a banger.
Yeah, well, let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Is getting quite close there at the bottom there as well. We'll speak about that as we go. We do have all 16 teams as well. So let's go over to the gameplay for batch number 3 of the evening on Erangel. As we can see there now, obviously everybody jumping out of the plane at the moment. I mean, like we said, we got in our team who's now made their way into the server with 3 men. That looks like the electricity is now back on, which is good to hear, or good to see, rather. So great to see them. And we've got Twisted there as well. Well, our utility king, who's coming into the lobby as well. So we got a king, we got a utility king. What other kings should we start naming as we go along? That's also the thing we should see out as well. Yeah. Standard drops coming out from the 2 big teams as well. We got Inexorable Gaming, we got White Rabbit Gaming going to Milta, their normal stops. We also got Fractus Gaming heading into their normal spot. Microtech, Rozok. Microtech getting themselves up to 29 points. And I said that, you know, that previous game for White Rabbit Gaming may just put them under a little bit of a pressure. And I say this because Microtech in 14th is on 28 points. In 16th position is Mates Alliance Gaming with 25 points. They have no more games to play. So with Quick Draw Mag 3 points behind them, it's starting to get very close, I would say, from 12th all the way down to 20th position, which Rusty Revolvers hold with 17 points. And that circle pops, and that's the circle we want to see in this game, because that's just shifted away from a lot of teams there, Ellis.
I mean, this definitely tests the rotates coming out from all these teams, and it's very nice to see. It will also just basically spot out the flaws in their rotates. So it's also good for them because they get to learn from doing these long rotates. But I mean, we do see a lot of teams down rotates. So I'm hoping in this game that towards the end, I'm talking about maybe third phase from the end, that we still got 16 teams or at least 10 teams alive. I would love to see it.
Yeah, let's see if we can see that. Well, with quads though, only with 1 point in 24th position at this stage. I think it's a bit insurmountable to reach another 26 points above what is currently now, and obviously these teams will score points as they go, and they've also got Quick Draw Mag taking some shots on towards them as well. So I think for the Wolf Quads, not to be mean to them, you know, we're not trying to be, but I think it's insurmountable at this moment for them to reach over 20. Well, I would say need probably 28 points in the next 2 games.
30.
Yeah, 30. I mean, it's gonna be very tough for them to make the top 16 at this stage. So for them, they just gotta see if they can maybe upset a couple of these teams to getting into the top 16. This is also maybe their job at this stage as well. For also the Smurfs as well, who's landing in Promos right next to Team Diversity, they only got the 2 points there for them. Also not really where they want to be as well. I mean, Smurfs making it in there in last week Sunday with that great chicken dinner that we had from them as well. So, you know, really good work coming from them. Just not able to hang with this lobby at the moment, but I'm sure coming back in the season 3 they will probably be doing a lot of things. You hear us say season 3. Yep, we there's plans, so we will be announcing that even before we end off season 2 as well. So keep a lookout on our discords for that as well. But it looks like Team Diversity are going to try and push this one out there as well. I think Team Diversity sitting in 10th with 37 points at this stage, I think are pretty safe. I think they've secured their spot into it as well. Warriors, I'm just going through the leaderboard at the bottom here. Warriors, unfortunately, are already eliminated. They got no more matches to their name. And for Against All Odds Black, also just not having the success that they would have liked throughout the battles. We saw them have some really good success in the battles and just not playing out in the group stages.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, it's very unfortunate. I mean, they scratch and claw. A lot of these teams fight to get in, and I mean, I think it's just a lot of luck based as well, along with your team. How much do you practice? How many hours do you put in? Because I can guarantee you, a team who puts in at least 2-3 hours a day, compared to a team who maybe puts in one, they're gonna have a big advantage over that team. So I think it just comes down to practices. Now Vampire will take out Stidish here, and now obviously following in Puppy Monkey's footsteps here with the up. And getting close. Could he maybe get another one? He does get a good tag there. Vampire now doing some nice work here, Godfather.
Yeah, this is some good work. Puppy Monkey obviously showing the ropes with that to the rest of his teammates. And I like to see it. Do we see this become the squad? I mean, is maybe rename themselves to NX. I mean, this is a possibility here. But I mean, you can see the damage that this thing can do in the right hands. And, you know, for them, I think this is good. He sees the nade coming through there. Vampire just moves out of that room there. Good awareness coming out there from Vampire as well. Also has really improved as time has gone along. He can take some more shots towards OKBB. Now needs to be careful of the rush that's coming into his building as well. You can see that OKBB already there, but he's gonna jump out. This is gonna be such a good little thing to go. He turns over towards the Scar Owl, and that doesn't pay him any sort of benefit there. Maybe he's sticking with the Oak may have been the right play there.
No, 100%. I mean, but it's just I think he just needed some support, to be quite honest, in that position.
I agree.
That's all he needed, and I think they could have maybe caused some damage to Team Diversity, because now Team Diversity, like you said, they pretty much safe. They just probably having a ball right now, seeing, or maybe just try and improve on some mistakes, I think, because otherwise they're in. Just have a few good games now towards the end.
I mean, and how close we have the bottom. I mean, we look on towards, you know, the finals. Top 8 get paid out. You know, top 8. I think 8th position gets. I think if I'm not mistaken, $20 or $10. I'm not entirely sure. We'll have a look at that when we're in the final stages. But you know, if you look at it, like these sort of teams now for Team Diversity need to, like, you know, get that confidence up, get themselves into that groove, like you're saying, you know, maybe fix a couple things here and there, because finals is starting on Thursday next week. 5 games a night, you know, for the next 2 weeks. They're playing Thursday and Sunday. It's going to be a bit of a tough one to go, as I see Juzo moving to the building there as well. So they're going to continue hunting him down, and NX Smurfs, I feel, will be the first team shortly to get eliminated out of this lobby. Bar that we haven't seen anything else in the kill field at this stage. So for him, Juzo's going to have to try and do everything possible here to try and do something. He's going to fire into him. He knows the inevitable is coming.
He's got a molly.
He's going
to
deny it. Oh, but the grenade comes. It doesn't do any damage to him, though. Thank goodness the wall was just in the right spot. Smoke's also going to come out there from him. He's just delaying the inevitable at this moment. Maybe he can pick up a kill or two. Can he do it for the Smurfs? But I think for Team Diversity, they all waiting to see what happens. Beerus on the opposite side there, just going to be holding his line there to see if he maybe jumps up. The Molotov is now extinguished, and now it's all just what happens here. Juzo got the flash in hand. He's waiting for it to happen. Going to throw out a flash, trying to predict what happens with Team Diversity. No one has moved up there, but Beerus can spot through the window. And can he do anything else against them? The push comes up here from Team Diversity, and Smurfs out in 16th position.
I mean, this is so unlucky for the Smurfs. They did drop with a very, very experienced team. I think if I was them, maybe just opt to maybe also just leave that fight there in the early stages. But nevertheless, they did put up a valuable What's wrong with me? But yeah, I mean, it would have been nice to see maybe just rotating early, perhaps, instead of just taking the fight, or maybe a bit more support coming on to Vampire there. But nevertheless, great push from Team Diversity, and I'm sure they will be happy with those few kills here.
Interesting rotate coming out here from White Rabbit Gaming. crossing onto South Northgate and then coming into through this area. The Rusty Revolvers could benefit from this one as well. So if should they hear this, but all the rest of them are swimming, which is a little bit of a interesting one coming up there. But I think for what you're mentioning there with Smurfs, I mean Smurfs need to get the kills. They needed to start either upping the ante to maybe make a push for the top 16, which was unlikely at this stage, as now they're going to rotate past here. Unfixed loses his vehicle a little bit. And hopefully he can fix that one up there as well. But I know he's going to make the movement in here, and I think for the member of here, Ball Slippy going out to take the shots on towards Ripper. No one's shooting out their car here, which is really strange, but Ripper is going to have to try and do something about this one as well. Going to get the knock on towards Ripper. Ball Slippy going to get the flash on towards Ripper as well. Great work coming out here from Rusty Revolvers, but I think with Fix just behind him here, he's going to get instantly punished here by White Rabbit Gaming, and he's going to get flushed out as well. But White Rabbit Gaming losing another member in this rotation, and it just seems to always happen towards him, and I don't think Unfixed is going to be wary of what's happening here. He's going to go for the loot. He's going to be greedy, and the VSS leader is going to knock out Unfixed, and White Rabbit Gaming being very complacent at this stage, but Disaster's taking shots on towards Leader, as Leader's trying to flush out Unfixed, and he's going to get flushed out eventually. Two members of White Rabbit Gaming going out towards Rusty Revolvers here, and I think that there for White Rabbit Gaming, too complacent, not good enough for White Rabbit Gaming or the standards that they hold inside PUBG, entirely inside the PUBG Africa. I know I'm being a bit harsh. I'm allowed to be a bit harsh. I used to manage this team as well, but I mean this is not good enough for White Rabbit Gaming. Pure and simple.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, I maybe. There's some psychological effect happening right now, because they've been having 2 bad games now basically, and I think they need to change the mindset now onto that they can do this. They've got the confidence to, they've got the players to do what they need to do. They just need to have now the confidence to execute it. They've got the game plan, they just need to execute it now, because right now it looks like there is not much of a leader going inside there and telling them what to do. But nevertheless, Brahim takes out Use9. Use9 will take out Buzzgundle. Brahim in a tough situation. Can he get another knock? He will. It comes down to a 2-on-1 situation. Can Brahim clutch it out for the Esports here, as they do face off again with their assistant. And now, once again, MLC Devils Esports eliminating MLC Esports, their main team.
Again, 2 games in a row now. I mean, massive work coming out there from MLC Devils. I mean, great work. But Inexorable Gaming have heard this, and now they are looking for blood yet again. The team that's won 2 chicken dinners this evening earned themselves, I think they won 2 on Thursday as well. So for them, I think it's like this. I think 1 or 2. I can't remember now. I think it was Born to Lead 1-2. So they've won 1. So they've accrued $30 from winning chicken dinners so far. 220 this evening. Gets 9 spots up. Disaster trying to lurk around that little mountain. And Viking going to get onto Spreeve. He's going to get flushed out straight away. Now Inexorable Gaming push back. That's all they wanted. Do a little bit of damage, pull back now, and that's exactly what they need to do. Chris Ed getting pushed up here by the Rusty Revolvers. Alone's going to take out Leader there and punish him for that push up there as well. Chris Ed now will finish out HIV Leader, and Deervot now going to be pushing on towards the rock. Does Chris Ed spot the head there? He doesn't at this moment. White Rabbit Gaming need to try and turn this around at the moment, but for the Rusty Revolvers, I think great work coming out from them. They got the 2 kills. They need to now try and maybe wait this one. Can they get... Oh, Deervault gets pipped in the head there by Chris Ed. And now just these Molotov, man. Can Molotov turn this around for Rusty Revolvers? I think he can. I think he can.
I mean, what we've got going on here tonight, I'm sorry, Godfather, but I don't know, our mouths are just...
not working today.
It's something. But I mean, like you said, they're in a good position. Molotov Man, the Rusty Revolvers, they've done what they needed to do, but now they're pushing. I mean, Molotov Man was tagged up there in the back, but at the end of the day, Chris Ed will take out Molotov Man, and that's Rusty Revolvers out in 14th position. So a little bit of a comeback here for White Rabbit Gaming. I mean, I'm not going to count them out just yet. 2 members are still just as deadly as 4 in that team.
True. I mean, they got two good members as well. Just like I say, it is a bit disappointing from a White Rabbit Gaming perspective because you do expect a little bit more from them. I'm sure that the guys there in that team will respect what I say as well. I'm not trying to be mean. Just they obviously need to, just maybe get themselves a little bit, like you said, that psychological aspect, and get themselves into that good psychological aspect, put the time in, get themselves right again. And this is a team in the last season, I mean, it's a very different look team at the moment, but last season was fighting, they came third in season 1. I mean, for them this was the biggest, they were getting up there, they were taking on the fights with Inexorable Gaming and the other North African teams as well. So for them this is a little bit of a slip down for them, but I mean, I'm sure that in the next week, should they make the finals, need to just grind it out and show PUBG Africa and show the guys here all in Africa what White Rabbit Gaming is all about as well. And Inexorable Gaming though have shown everybody what they're all about. They've done the duty. So is High Voltage, Ninjas and Bikini has been such a great team throughout the whole time. MLC Devils now coming good as well. They had a rough first day, and now the second day seems a lot better as well, and really putting up the numbers there in terms of kills and points. And for against all odds here, hasn't been their best day though, let's be honest, but for them, I think with 40 points coming into this, and I think they're sitting on a total of 50 points at the moment, so they definitely are qualifying. They're relaxed. They can do what they need to do. Oh, great. Coming out towards Deathmark. But the edge of that corrugated steel, though, saving lives. And Venom's going to... No, Venom's going to knock out himself with his own grenade. That is not what you would want. And look who's coming behind here is Microtech Esports making their move.
I mean, this is a big Micro as okay, BB will be taken out. But what a play from Android from on top of the roof down. Here's the shack. He's gonna get the kill onto Deathmark. And now Microtech have heard all the shooting. This is gonna be such an easy third party. Good flashbang here. He does close the door. He's gonna opt to stay inside the shack. This could be the place. And our team in the background will be eliminated in the position. MLC. I mean, against the Lord, sorry. Now, in a tough situation, one-on-one. Now, as Kritzy, beautiful nade.
Such a nice nade there from Kritzy. Wolf Quad's out in 10th as well. Team Diversity out in 11th, and that's some good work there, but he's the last member standing for against all odds, as Microtech Esports would have heard all this commotion happening over here. Has Kritzy spotted out these members here? Does get spotted out by Microtech Esports, does get just below in time here, but he's going to have to try and make a dash for it across the road. Looks like that's exactly what he wants to do, but he needs to be careful of Microtech Esports. Do they know that he's made this movement though? That's the question. Looks like maybe Reaper spotted him out. The smokes are coming, flashbangs are coming out, but Kritzy going to hide behind a rock for now, and that's a good play there from Kritzy. Getting a little bit damaged, but he's going to keep on going his way. White Rabbit Gaming now needs to try and find their way in towards the circle here. Microtech Esports comes in, but under fire here from the Tricksters, and their little spot that they're trying to claim here is not the easiest of spots, especially where the Tricksters are sitting at the stage.
Oh, no, 100%. I mean, Tricksters, they need to make a rotating. I wouldn't focus too much on the shots right now. I think they need to just find a good position in zone first before attempting to start shooting at all these things, because now if Microtech Esports get across the road, it's going to be a bit of trouble for them, and there goes Kritzy. Kritzy will get a knock onto DJ Epics, but the Tricksters will spot him out towards the end, and against all odds, goes out in 9th position. But as I was saying, Tricksters just need to find the good position. Now you can see they are moving up, they're taking the shots onto Microtech Esports now, and now they just need to continue with this good movement up and play this hill and try and gatekeep Microtech Esports.
This is going to be so difficult for Microtech Esports because they don't have much to play off, and then obviously if they move now, like Tricksters are trying to do, Microtech are trying to do, they're just trying to get a little bit closer towards DJ Epics. I know he's beating out. Shots are still coming through over towards Reaper. Looks like he may just get it, but I think where is Loki pitched up here? He knows that Bowser's made his movement across the side here. Could easily just flank out in Microtech Esports here as well. Looks like the push coming out there from Pele as well. And the grenade's going to go out. I see in the background. Nothing going to connect on towards DJ Epics at this stage. But, oh, there comes a knock coming out there from Microtech Esports, holding back a little bit, and Tricksters will lose one member, and now Mingo has to pull himself back there as well. So a little bit of aggression coming here from Microtech Esports, and I'm loving it as well. Watch Over Gaming still trying to find a spot here, could potentially spoil Trickster's work here as well. And out in the north, we got Sick Daddy Club still making Sick Daddy Club, this is the time for them to shine. I mean, like we said, they got 21 points. They are 4 points behind 16, along with Quick Draw Mag as well, who have been eliminated out in the lobby. So for Sick Daddy Club, this could be a very big potential here for them.
100%. I mean, I would love to see the aggression right now, like from Microtech on towards the Tricksters. I would just love to see the aggression come out from them, start racking up those kills. But I mean, at the end of the day, you can still pick up quite a few kills towards the end. If you play it right, you get your positioning right, you can definitely still end up with a high kill game. But I mean, for them right now, I just want to see them get the kills, even if they do get eliminated early. And it looks like now Chris Ed has spotted out Loki, and he's probably going to take some shots here. He will get the opening knock, some help from Microtech though. He will get the flush immediately. Now, Tricksters are aware that there's a team behind them. So where does White Rabbit Gaming go from now?
I mean, they got a lot of space to play here. These are not too far away from the zone. You need to be careful of Loki and Mingo, but look at the fight that's happening on the top here. That's so hard to get. He did get knocked throughout this exchange here. And Adicity now busy trying to get the res onto US9 there. US9 will get the res, or get himself raised up there. And for these two teams here, this, I think, for me, whoever wins the skirmish kind of can maybe take out the lobby here. Shots coming out towards Anodicity. That grenade's going to flood out there. Not going to connect onto any of the members of Inexorable Gaming, but just the cover that Inexorable Gaming have on each other here. Look at this. It's just run up. You got yourself some cover, and Inexorable Gaming is just playing as a unit here. It is so great to watch. I mean, one gets knocked, one gets a little bit tagged, but hey, if you're gonna peek my teammate, I've got you while he's trying to make that push. It's just such a good unit, such a good teamwork that comes out from Inexorable Gaming. In the north though, we see Sick Daddy Club trying to make their way in towards the circle here, against all its black. On the opposite side, Dan gonna eliminate Xylene there as well, as now he makes him.
It's looking quite promising for against the lots of black, because we're gonna maybe see another knock here by Dan, perhaps. I mean, the movement, the ducking and everything is a bit hard to stick to, I'm not gonna lie. But STC is good util usage now, could maybe even do a spectacular push onto Dan here. I mean, he needs backup. He really does need some help.
Backup. Dr. One will get the knock on towards Redak, and that's the backup that he needed at that stage. I mean, but what does Factors Gaming also getting knocked there as well? And now the shots coming over towards White Rabbit Gaming. Loki gonna just hold over there. Mingo's been knocked out there as well during the exchanges. Anonymous gonna spot out a couple of members there as he's now trying to just peek a little bit here and there. Dan looking through the window, but he's like, but he's gonna be seen from Anonymous here from Factors Gaming. Dr. One gonna get knocked out there as well. Redak obviously getting the revive there from his teammates as well. Ratatata running out in the open, and the blacks get for Anonymous. Ratatata so lucky, but Joru gonna clean that one up as well. But that was not the play that Against All Odds Black would have wanted at that stage. Dan still alive here for the members. Slayer going to get knocked out there as well, leaving Dan, the last member, alive here inside this building. He's going to be hearing Sick Daddy Club right next to him here. Joru going to finish off Slayer there in the end. And Voodoo right on the opposite side here is Dan. Dan gets put down to 1 HP from Factors Gaming. And I think Factors Gaming may just hold out all these teams that are sitting here. But Redak gets spotted up a hot to giddy.
I mean, right now, this is a big opportunity for Factors Gaming. I think they should maybe consider just pushing this and getting this fight over with to consider where they need to go next, or leave the fight and start getting into zone and just gatekeep them and take the fight to the later stage, because Inexorable Gaming also turning their attention. As you can see, Viking will take out Voodoo. You will get the flush into Voodoo as DPS will take out Bluff as well, but now Disaster Peak, White Rabbit Gaming is in, getting some nice shots back. Is like 1 HP, and Disaster's eventually going to run out of ammo here. But on that one bullet, will take out a Jones. Chris Ed lost him alive for White Rabbit Gaming. Can he clutch it out? The neutral is coming out. Disaster will flush. Gets a lot in black, goes out to the 6th position. As now, Chris Ed is making his movement on towards Inexorable Gaming. The util is coming out. There is a lot of smokes. Do you think Chris Ed is going to make it in? He's obviously brought down to 1 HP again. DJ Epic takes out Loki. Trickster's out in 5th position. We are now in our top 4, Godfather.
Top 4, and White Rabbit Gaming just make it there with an extra point just in time as well. 5 kills. They're going to be a bit happier with this game as well. They managed to get themselves into a good position there. Chris Ed with 3 kills there, doing for himself there. He's going to take some shots on towards Microtech Esports, but he's out in the open. Not much that he can do. He's going to pull himself back in towards the smoke there as well. Pull himself out. He's just going to take a couple shots here and there, but he's using the smokes to good effect. He needs to quickly move though, because he's going to be exposed there from Inexorable Gaming. Shots coming out from Inexorable Gaming. And Disaster just going to spray into that smoke, and White Rabbit Gaming out in 4th. They're going to be a little bit happier with that. Factus Gaming though made it out of there with 7 kills, and these guys have only had 3 members joining the lobby this evening, and these 3 members are doing a fantastic job there. But Reaper with that Orm on towards DVS, going to punish them out a little bit. Yeah, but you know, this is all putting to the benefit of Inexorable Gaming. Look at this. I mean,
yeah, oh my word.
This is just does not seem that anybody can compete with Inexorable Gaming this evening. It's just them going through everybody, and Joru now needs to try and make some plan here to try and get the grenades going to come over. Oh, it just bounces in front of the rock. That Molotov could just burn out Joru, and indeed it's going to. Yep, indeed it will. Reaper gonna pick up that shot though. That was a good woo, the Orm comes there, but 2v4 in the way that Inexorable Gaming are playing Microtech Esports. I think this is still good. This is great for Microtech Esports from the position they were in. 9 kills here for Microtech Esports, and at least a second position. We don't know what's gonna happen yet. We don't assume here. And the Orm coming out here from Reaper. Oh, does hit the shot on towards Naku, but the spot up there misses the shot on towards Viking. Disaster going to get able to get that one. Frenchy going to actually take out Disaster there as well. Hot Diggity going to try and get him, but he does in the end. And Inexorable Gaming wins another chicken dinner with 12 kills, 3 in a row. I say it again. Who can stop Inexorable Gaming this evening? It does not look like anyone has the answers.
I mean, it is insane work from them. Like you said earlier, the teamwork, their pushes, everything is on point right now for them. But I have to give it to Microtech. They didn't have a great game this week. So coming back now to this last group stage, I mean, they came out now here in the 3rd game. They've woken up. They've got a banger game coming out, and that might just push them in. I think that has secured them a spot.
I think that secured them a spot. They were 2 points behind White Rabbit. They would have obviously come above White Rabbit now as well. So that pushes White Rabbit into another little bit of a tough spot. But let's see what the scores will look like at the end. We saw the first position, obviously, with 12 kills was Inexorable. Second, we saw Microtech Esports winning it out with a total of 10 kills in the end. I mean, that's a massive amount of kills there. That earns them 16 points inside this round. A massive work there. That definitely puts them into the top 16. In 3rd position, Fractus Gaming will finish out with a total of 8 kills. In 4th, White Rabbit Gaming with 5 kills in total, and rounding up your top 5 was the Tricksters with 1 kill. That is match number 3 done. We're going to move on to the next matches, which is going to be our last one for the group stages in Miramar. So stay tuned. We'll be back soon. We move on to the last round of the group stage qualifiers at this stage. I mean, Ellis, it's looking pretty tight there at the bottom. In our team in fifth, well, let's go. Custom is in 14th. They're not playing. They finished their games with 28 points. 15th in our team with 26 points. Mates Alliance Gaming in 16th with 25. They no longer playing. But Slick Daddy Club with 22 points. Quick Draw with 22 points. And then Rusty Revolvers in 20th with 19 points. It is going to be tight between those three teams. And Mates Alliance Gaming hanging on by a thread. Whatever happens in this game, though, will promote them. So it's going to be an interesting end to that. And everyone has jumped into the plane. Let's get ready for the last game of the evening. It's on Miramar, sponsored by PUBG and We Buy Cars. Let's get it going. And there we go. So,
Flight path looking not too shabby.
I mean,
not too shabby.
Impala is not going to be there for White Rabbit Gaming. It'll be interesting to see where they want to go. Only 2 members have jumped out as well, so that's a bit of an interesting one coming out there. Does White Rabbit Gaming have some connection issues? I know that when we were trying to set up the lobby, a couple of them were saying that, you know, they weren't getting into the lobby as well. So a little bit of issues with the lobby before we started. Nothing we can really do about it though, because I mean, it's all connecting to a PUBG server. So let's hope that the rest of them do get back in time. Ripper, Chris Ed, and Fixed will get there. Unknown's obviously not in this one at this stage. Everybody jumping out as well. There you can see Unknown's looks like he's just going to be. Is he? No, it looks like he's just getting back into the lobby. And Microtech, oh, you can see he's being disconnected as well, and Ripper's disconnected as well for White Rabbit Gaming. Not been White Rabbit Gaming's night. I mean, they've had me complain about them. They've not had the best with connection issues as well. Just not been White Rabbit Gaming's night. And Microtech Esports is just below Unknowns here as well. And I don't think Unknowns is going to be back in time here. He's going to fall to his death. And I think if the Microtech don't look back,
might have a chance.
He might have a chance. Ripper has connected for them. We're just going to stick on with Unknowns here because this is a big deciding factor here for White Rabbit Gaming. And he's going to fall down.
It was unfortunate for them in the last game. Rusty Revolver's definitely getting the surprise element on them. I don't think they were expecting a team there. They saw the bridge was clean. They saw the compound was clean. But Rusty Revolver's hiding underneath that bridge and one member by the shack, I think definitely threw them off maybe a little bit. But nevertheless, they did have Chris Ed survive there towards the end and get that top 5 placement for them. So still a very decent game played then on from them.
I mean, Rusty Revolvers, they are at this moment 6 points behind 16th position. They need 7 points to overtake the members of Mates Alliance Gaming. Slick Daddy Club 3 points behind, along with Quick Draw Mag as well. So I think the teams we need to kind of focus on are these 3 teams, you know. Slick Daddy Club, who's inside the circle for now, along with the Quick Draw Mag members. We've got Mitch Main and the rest of them. We haven't seen too much of them this evening. Haven't had the best of nights this evening. That is for sure. I just want to
Oh
actually
yeah.
kind of check what sort of points they're on for this evening, especially. I mean, they've got no points this evening, Ellis. They've had a very rough evening this evening. For Quickdraw Mag and their standards, I mean, we've seen them pull out some really, really good stuff in the past. So I think for them, it's not been their night, but let's hope that they can pull something together here. Maybe make that top 16 as well and get themselves in. Smurfs also haven't had the best of evenings as well. Also sitting there with not many points by their name. And for MLC Esports, only the 2 members managing to get inside the lobby here. But they got Team Warwolf Quads in front of them. I mean, we know the firepower that Brahim is showing this evening. And Team Wolf Quads, could this be their comeback tour? Maybe they can get a little bit of confidence by eliminating a team, get themselves there. Is very unfortunate that they're still with 1 point. So in one game, it's not impossible to get 27 points, but that's gonna be a that's winning end with 17 kills, and we've not seen Team Wolf Quads do that. But Redak's gonna get run over there, and that's not good for Slick Daddy Club.
Oh yeah, I mean Slick Daddy Club also rough evening. But if I'm not mistaken, they have made it evening.
I mean, no,
they've had a decent evening.
They've had a decent. They're still 3 points behind Mates Alliance Gaming. They need 3 points in this game so we get, like we said, we'll take a look at the 3 teams that we'll be looking at. It will be Slick Daddy Club, Rusty Revolvers, and the Mates Alliance Quick Draw Mag team. Joru now going to come and take some shots there. He's going to eliminate Redak there as well. So Slick Daddy Club down. And remember, that grenade is going to fly far. It's going to... What is that grenade going to do? We didn't see the team color come out of that one, which is a bit unfortunate. We'll try and see if we can get that back into rotation there. And aggressive stuff here coming out from Fractus. I mean, this vehicle not too healthy at this moment, but Fractus is just going.
I like this. I definitely like this. The aggression is needed. I think a lot of these teams, they definitely need the aggression. If they don't show it in the early stages, at least show it in the late stages. A good example could be Inexorable Gaming. We didn't see much from them in the beginning matches. Towards the end, they are taking on teams. They are shooting everywhere. So I definitely would like to see that maybe from a few of these teams tonight. Definitely coming out in the last match, try and make it a banger game, 100%. And no way, Unfixed still alive?
Unknowns
still alive?
Obviously struggling to get back in the lobby as well here, but Unknowns is gonna circumvent his doom. He's not gonna give a free point to Microtech Esports, which is what White Rabbit Gaming would want, I guess. For them, they're still sitting at the back there. Unknown's still disconnected from this lobby at this stage, which is really unfortunate for him as well. I mean, his body's here. I'm wondering, he might have some major internet issues at this moment, which is really unfortunate for White Rabbit. We saw it in the first game as well, and we got kind of like we got taken away from us there. It was stolen from us to see White Rabbit Gaming there, and I don't think they kind of recovered from that disconnect since then, really. I mean, they managed to get that 5th position or 4th position in the previous game, but I don't think they kind of recovered from that since then. And I think it's just been that, am I going to get disconnected? Am I going to get disconnected? That sort of mental vibe there that goes on. I mean, obviously they also had me on top of them as well, saying, that we do expect more from them, which, I'm not trying to be harsh towards them or anything like that, but, we do expect more from White Rabbit Gaming, and I'm hoping, they looks like they have secured their spot in the finals, which is what they needed to do, and let's hope to see a vibrant White Rabbit Gaming coming into the finals. So let's see, that's all to play for. Factus Gaming, though, still hunting down Slick Daddy Club, and I think for them, they just need those 3 points. That could potentially be the 3 points on Fractus Gaming should they manage to turn that one around.
I mean, right now, that's what I like to see. They're hunting. They want the kills. They don't just go stupidly crash into them. So I like to see the play where they just take their time and they're doing it nice and slow. But our Team Wolf Quads are basically pinning down the 2 members from MLC, as we see here. Not a big push coming out from them. I guess MLC is just waiting for the push here. Brahim and his teammate just absolutely waiting as well. So it's the waiting game. Once again, the zone may be the deciding factor if they wait that long to who's going to push who.
Yeah, 100%. Tyro getting a bit of shots there coming up from Microtech Esports. The smoke is going to come out for him. Maybe he can make it out of the situation here, and we'll smoke up his vehicle as well. Oh, Mingo actually going to get DJ Epics there as well. The shots need to come out here. Bowser trying to see if he can maybe take out a couple of wheels there, but DJ Epics has been knocked out there from Mingo. The rotation coming out here from Reaper to try and get that pickup there from him. But Mingo trying to help out his teammates, and Inexorable Gaming yet again doing the work that they need to do. Just disaster, but Beerus just underneath him here. If he gets knocked out, that's going to be him. Does he know Beerus is here? Does he know he's here? That's the question. So. Screw him going to get out there. Viking going to eliminate Team Diverse, one of the Team Diversity members there. It doesn't look like he's aware that Beerus is very, very close. And we'll stick on this. Oh, you might hear the footsteps now. Definitely heard that from Beerus. Must have definitely. Oh, but Microtech Esports under a lot of pressure there from the Tricksters. And oh, we're going to go away from the fight. But this is the fight we want to see here, because Microtech Esports, even though they had a good previous game, so they pretty much made it into the lobby. But this is not what they would have wanted for their last game. Bowser trying to get himself out of trouble there. Viking going to eliminate Android. We're going to go back to that fight there.
Classic PUBG here, but nice shots coming out here from Viking. Good crash though, but Naku is ready for it. And now MBB have to take on the rest of Inexorable Gaming, but they will be our first team out this evening. Team Diversity out in 16th position, or should I say in this last lobby.
Yeah, and we saw NX win it with 3 in the previous Miramar. I mean, I do know that Viking, generally their RGL does say that this is their map. This is Miramar is their territory. Definitely for them. Brahim will take out Millie there as well. And for MLC Esports, MLC Esports is looking like they're going to try and make a push on towards the rest of Team Wolf Quads. Here is Griffin in a spot here to try and maybe defend. He is. Can he get on the shot towards Brahim? Some shots get put down, but not enough to get the knock. And Brahim is now inside the building here, and he's going to heal himself up here, get himself some meds, and make that push up the apartment buildings here.
They do need to be careful. If one of these members from Team Wolf Quads have a shotgun, it could spell the end for MLC Esports right now, but it doesn't look like it. I mean, if I was them, I would be trying to find a shotgun, but right now you just got to try and hold an angle. And that smokes. I would smoke up that door to just try and put some space between yourself and the approaching team. But right now, MLC just clearing the buildings nicely. I think they hear some footsteps of the rest of the members outside, so they are gonna pay a little bit of attention to that, as Melee has somehow gotten out, made the res and gotten out. But now the rest, oh no, Quick Draw Mag pulling through Picardo, but they will definitely not crash that. Right now, Bad Bunny, she's in a tough situation, Godfather.
Yeah, she's in tough. She'll probably try and she does try and jump out, deal some damage to her, but it's not going to be fatal for the knock, and then she will go running up. But oh, why do we have to switch to that one? Not what I wanted. Sometimes it doesn't work, but it looks like Bad Bunny has made it out, which is good to see. And for MLC Esports, they're just looking at, they don't know how many more members. Looks like they're still waiting on more members to come through here. They would have obviously counted 2. I haven't spotted Millie making his movement out here. So Team Wolf Quads have kind of juked MLC Esports there, which is good to see. And for Quick Draw Mag, this is not the team they want to be running into.
Oh no, definitely not. They on a 3-game winning streak. The confidence is high. There is definitely nothing in their minds that's going to stop them right now. So I would be really scared to run into them if I was in Quick Draw Mag. In Exorable Gaming, some great stuff. But now Fractus Gaming pulling up onto the Rusty Revolvers. We've seen Rusty Revolvers destroy some teams. Now, as the leader will take some shots over on towards the members of Fractus Gaming. I mean, what do you expect from the Rusty Revolvers?
I think the Rusties are gonna just try and maybe get a little bit more info or try and pull out of this, but it looks like they're gonna try and take on the fight. They need to take on the fight here, Rusty Revolvers, if they have any chance of trying to qualify for the top 16 here. So they need to try and push through Fractus Gaming here. They don't know, obviously, who they're fighting against as of yet. But I like that the Rusty Revolvers are trying to take on this fight. Shows that they don't. But Fractus is actually moving away. I mean, Rusty Revolvers instantly get the spot now as Fractus Gaming runs away from this fight here. And Leader will get shots from a very far distance away, but he may just be able to spot out this rotation away. Shots are going to come out here from Leader. We saw this last weekend from him. He managed to do some good work there. Oh, great shot there from Leader. Oh, Devious is going to get put down there. What a shot coming out here from Leader. It's exactly what we wanted to see here from Rusty Revolvers. Take a bow. This is great play from them. And again, we're seeing that these men are trying to take it on for the last game. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Circle pulls away from them, but this is, for them, it's not the end of the world. They can make it in. Still, they got their vehicles, but what a shot.
I mean, that's something you don't see often. Out of the moving vehicle. Definitely something you don't see that often. I mean, that's a clip. That is definitely one for the season, and a big congrats to hitting that shot, I have to say.
Yeah, 100%. Great work coming off there. We weren't recording that one either, which is a little bit, but we'll get it off the observer file in any case.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And make sure that we get all of that juicy shots that came out from them. And Fix now going to take shots on towards Fractus Gaming as they try and find something inside the circle here, and not able to do what Leader did.
Yeah, it's not looking too great for them, but Fractus Gaming making their way in. White Rabbit Gaming, I think right now they need to make them maybe take a compound in front of them. Maybe Leader put up the baby. Leader is going to try that multi once again. You can see the confidence is coming in. But now now he's getting shot by Molotov, man.
Yes, and he does do it indeed, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Rusty Revolvers there. Molotov man helping out his teammates, and Bowser going to get knocked out there. In the background, though, we saw the Nade King Twister doing some more Twister things with the utility work there, and MLC Esports getting eliminated out in 15th position. Molotov man will confirm his kill onto Bowser there as White Rabbit Gaming make their movement into the circle as well. Sick Daddy Club managed to get that one kill there, so they're now needing a total of 3 points in total to overtake Mates Alliance Gaming. I'm just having a look now. They will, if they finish on 25 points, they will be ahead of Mates Alliance Gaming because they've had 17 kills, will have more kills than what Mates Alliance Gaming is. So if they score 25 points, they will beat Mates Alliance Gaming at this point. What is Quick Draw Mag doing? Let's have a look at what Quick Draw. They got 0 kills at this moment, 0 points at this moment. So for them, they need to try and remain in and also get those 3 points coming out there as well from them. Viking gonna take out some of the tricksters there. They having a very bad rotate there. Inexorable Gaming do some damage on towards tricksters, up to 6 kills already. I mean, I'll say it again, who can stop these gentlemen? It doesn't seem like anybody can. HV, no, that's not what you want to see. You can't run over your teammates, boys. It's not what you wanted, but they're going to be able to get that raise up with no issues. They got White Rabbit Gaming, who's just outside of the circle yet again. Keeps on moving away from them, but for Getsal's Black, I mean, they're being quiet, but they got the circle.
I mean, I'm looking at White Rabbit Gaming right now. The thing is, where do you go? It is such a tough rotate now coming out from them. The question is, where do you go? It is so hard.
I mean, you could play the shack here. You could just play here on your. If they're not on top, it looks like also against all odds is now playing the top of these areas here as well. Slayer down to a little HP as well. No helmet there for him either, so that's interesting to see as well. Frenchie, I think, is the last member standing here for Microtech Esports here. Just in front of him, we have Slick Daddy Club here who are fighting for their position in the top 16. I mean, what can Slick Daddy Club? They're just inside the circle here. They need to make a plan for the rest of this game. Here come Rusty Revolvers underneath here, but Deervelt's been knocked out there. I'm a bit unsure why Deervelt's been knocked out there. maybe a run over or some issues happening, but Viking has taken out one of the members of Quick Draw Mag there. It's not what Quick Draw Mag need right now. They also need to get those 3 points as well, and Microtech Esports will get taken out, and that's Slick Daddy Club now will push themselves up to 24 points, 1 point more, and Slick Daddy Club will be in the finals as of, well, the provisional. Still have Quick Draw Mag here. They haven't got any kills at this stage, but Quick Draw Mag could pull something out of the bag here, and they kind of need to, because as we said before, no points this evening. It's been a tough evening.
I mean, at this point, I think you're just going to have to try and play positioning. You need those placement points. Just try and out-survive. If you realize you're not winning the frag battles, just go for the placement. Try and play it as safe as possible, but Slayer will take out Ripper with that mini, and that is not what WRG needs right now.
And he's going to confirm him. Yeah, he's going to confirm him as well. That was a very late coming out there from White Rabbit Gaming, and now they have to try and protect themselves from Against All Odds Black, who are sitting on top of these roofs here, doing a very good job here. Puppy Monkey in a slight bit of problem there as well. They're going to get some attention there from Against All Odds Black as well. Naku going to take out Griffin there in the top right side there as well. And Acid, and that's going to push them up to 3 kills. And Slick Daddy Club are in it at the moment. They have made it in. And H Leader is going to take out Chris Ed there in the background. White Rabbit Gaming get eliminated by Rusty Revolvers. And White Rabbit Gaming not spotting this one out here. Rusty Revolvers with 4 kills to their name at this stage of the game. And that pushes them up to 23 points.
That's insane. I mean, they are getting closer and closer and closer. I mean, right now, I think Rusty Revolvers just need to get into zone and play that placement.
Quick Draw Mag. Quick Draw Mag just has not played out for them, and that actually confirms that they've been eliminated out of Season 2. They won't qualify for the top 16 at this stage, and that's really unfortunate. And so, along with their mates, Alliance Gaming has been kicked out of the stage as well. So 2 of their sister teams there getting kicked out in succession in one game. It's not the best of times there for Mates Alliance Gaming, but I'm sure they'll come back in Season 3 with a grand plan to take on the lobby. And let's hope to see them back as well. Now Inexorable Gaming in a spot of bother here for the first time, we would say. As now Naku... Deathmog just not hitting the shots there, which is very strange there from Deathmog. But Naku, Hot Diggity will hit those shots on towards Deathmog at this stage. Critzy out in a different spot over there. He's going to take on the shots towards... he's going to do it! What? Born Slippy, take a power, my man, but he's going to get confirmed there by Deathmog as well. Leader now, last member standing here. He's going to try and see, but he's not going to be able to. Deathmog gonna save his teammate out in the open. The Rusty Revolvers are out in 10th position, and if I'm not mistaken, that was 4 kills at that stage.
Yes.
That's not enough for them to qualify for the top 16, but what a valiant effort from the Rusty Revolvers. Yet again, we keep on seeing it from them, and it's just such a good thing for them to be up in this lobby as well. In our team, 4 kills at this stage. That pushes them up to 30 points at this stage of the game. And teams under threats at this moment. I mean, should Slick Daddy Club continue on their way here? I mean, I'm just trying to see here. We got Against All Odds Black. Let's see how many kills. They got 2 kills at the moment. They still need a host of points coming out of this game entirely. And for the Smurfs, who already got the 2 members sitting there as well, that's got 0 kills. That's looking unlikely for them to make it in. They're trying to take the shots on towards a Puppet Monkey with that long range on towards Voodoo, which is interesting to see.
I mean,
it's
right now it is tough. I mean, I saw Mingo there in the background get a grenade from Gritzy, and now Mingo will get Venom, but Gritzy will take out Venom. I mean, Mingo towards the end, and Tricksters out in 9th position. Really unlucky. Now, turning their attention also to Against All Odds now, and maybe a push. I don't expect a push. NR is also just around the corner, in the compound, so I don't think Inexorable Gaming will be pushing anytime soon, but they're gonna have to do something. I don't know how Inexorable Gaming are gonna get out of that mode. Wishka with that MK will take out Naku, and it's not looking too great for Against All Odds. They have one member up, as now Slayer does take out Critzy, stealing a few kills there, and Venom as well. I mean, do you think Inexorable Gaming got this in the bag right now?
They got 11 kills. They've done the damage that they needed. They proved the point. Let somebody else. But Sick Daddy Club will go out in 8th position, and they'll give them an extra point there as well. Extra point there as well. So Sick Daddy Club at this stage is qualified. I don't see anybody else unless Against All Odds Black come out with a mental game. But the push coming out here from Inexorable onto the NR team. Our Nade King of Twister, or our Utility King, should I say, of Twister here. Can he pull something out of the bag? He's got the 2 Molotovs and the 1 grenade. More than enough to do the damage that he needs and the accuracy that this man has got on that, on the utilities. But as soon as he peeks out of there, Against All Odds Black are there ready and waiting to pounce, or more damage coming through there from Against All Odds Black. And Against All Odds Black actually doing some damage towards their sister team there, so they're not going to be too happy with that. Whisker, last member standing here, may just spot out a rogue Slayer running out in the open there, and that's not where you want to be there, Slayer. But also for Whisker, not where he wants to be either. But Slayer may get the res there from his teammates. They have to make the movement, and he's just inside the circle as well. And you know, for this, I think whoever wins this skirmish here between NR team and Inexorable Gaming, I think wins out the round. I think
100%.
Or I mean, Against All Odds Black could throw a spanner in the works there. They got 4 men still standing.
I mean,
should they get to
right there?
MLC only with 1 member though, so the member's not in their favor. K9 comes and stabs Inexorable in the back. And our team show that they've got that answer for them this evening, and they're going to be ecstatic on this one. And our team now can push on to try and eliminate MLC, and just in front of them now they've got the Inexorable Gaming out in 6th position. We're going to see a different chicken dinner winner this evening, that's for sure. And our team will eliminate MLC Esports out in 5th position. What can Against All Odds Black do? 4 kills at this stage. Should they win it with no extra kills, that's 14 points, still does not put them into a qualifying position.
They need kills. They need to really get aggressive now. Spread out, get some map control, and start focusing on getting kills. There's still quite a few players left. They can definitely get a lot more kills if they just focus on the right side. They need to split up quite a bit, as Anonymous will take out Jizzo in the background. And now Fractus Gaming, with 1 member, Anonymous is going to take some more shots towards the Smurfs here, and Puppy Monkey will be taken out as well. Smurfs go out in 4th position. Right now, Fractus Gaming, 5 kills, looking quite good for them with 1 member standing. But Against All Odds in Black, they need to try and do something. Maybe they just want that $10 chicken dinner. At least they get something. They might not qualify, but NR is now making their way up. Slayer will take the shots. He does get the headshot. Now the rest of the NR members will be moving up, and it's not looking good, as NR are just running through Against All Odds right now.
And I think for Against All Odds, they needed to be together here. They needed to stick 4 men together here to try and take on the last team that was in our team. And Against All Odds Black, their fight for the top 16 is, I think, fleeting away very, very quickly with those 2 kills they're coming out there from the NR team. And I don't see them making this one out here. 4 kills, like I said, even if they win it and they don't get any more kills, they still don't qualify. They need another 2 more, at least 3 more kills, and the chicken dinner to qualify at this stage. So 3 more kills is possible. The Molotov's going to come raining out towards him, is going to be a bit too far for NR, and Twister is not on point tonight, but his teammate on point with the aiming.
I mean, 100%. I mean, this is just so unfortunate for now Against All Odds in Black. Twister running, NR running, I would say. Oh, beautiful Molotov. There you go. Teammate just proving to be just as good as utility as Twister. and a very, very well-versed team, I have to say, NR is.
Yeah.
Now, Fractus Gaming, one member standing. I mean, it's not looking too promising for them, but Anonymous did get his kill on towards one of the members of NR there.
I mean, it's a 2v1. Definitely can play this one out. 6 kills here for Anonymous, and we've been saying throughout, even in the last season as well, how well this young lad is playing this game at this point. So he can turn this around for Fractus Gaming. Pick themselves up another chicken dinner. They picked up one on Tuesday evening. So they've got the $10 in the bag already. Can they pick up an extra $10 here, or does NR team and spoil the party here for Anonymous? But for NR team, like you said, I mean, such a great addition to PUBG Africa. They come in and they've definitely done a great amount of damage and really made teams look at them as well. And yeah, I mean, I think we pretty much have our top 16 already set and ready to go, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, Slick Daddy Club, I think, do qualify. Obviously, this is me trying to work out the maths as well, but I think Slick Daddy Club do just push out Mates Alliance Gaming.
Just make it in.
Yeah, I think same points, if I'm not mistaken, but here it goes. Can Anonymous turn this around, though? I mean, this is the fight we've got in front of us here. We're going to stick with Anonymous because he is against 2 members here. And we're just going to see what he can do from this perspective. He's going to do the push here as well. And he's going to get the one knock on here. And he puts it onto 1v1, does Anonymous. And he knows that the push is going to come out straight away here from our team. He's going to go down to his belly, get those meds in. The stand-up might just kill him, though. Can he win it out here for Fractus Gaming? He can't. In our team will take it with 13 kills. In our team had the answer for Inexorable Gaming. They win the chicken dinner. I said whoever takes out whoever's the winner of those 2 teams in the earlier stages will win out the game. And that's what happens. Great work there from our team. Great 100%. Work. And again, from Anonymous, 7 kills there for Fractus Gaming. I mean, take a bow, my man. You've done such a fantastic job for your team. Gainsall, Odds Black, I think just maybe, you know, sticking together at the late stage could have taken on in our team. A 2-2 split not really working out for them, and you know, we're within a shot of getting into the top 16, but unfortunately not having enough in this game to qualify. 4th position, the Smurfs will finish out with 1 kill, and running up our top 5 was the MLC Esports with 4 kills in total. And then our winners of the 3 last chicken dinners, 6th position, 11 kills.
Yeah.
I mean, technically no one's had an answer to stop them.
No, until NR team came in, like you said. I mean, they did something, but I mean, very, very well played from Inexorable Gaming. They're taking out those 3 chicken dinners of the night. They definitely came in with something to prove. If I'm not mistaken, that does put them on top of the leaderboard now, on top of High Voltage.
I mean, they were already on top before this game. They were already 3 points ahead of High Voltage, and now they've just extended that lead even more.
That is insane.
It's quite insane. It is quite insane indeed.
But before we leave here, I just have to say, Godfather, I have to give it to HIV leader with that bolty shot.
Oh yes, dude, that was probably the shot of the night. And again from the Rusty Revolvers. I mean, we'll go into a little bit more in depth now when we go on towards the leaderboards. But yeah, we will be back with our top 16 in a few minutes time. Just give us a couple minutes. We're gonna just go over towards an ad quickly, and then we will be back with the final 16 in our lobby, who will see who are the top 16 to make it into the finals for season number 2. Remember, this is all sponsored by PUBG and We Buy Cars. So give us a couple of minutes. We'll be back very shortly. Welcome back, everybody. We have our top 16 in front of us. There it is, our top 16 who qualify for the finals of season number 2. We got Inexorable Gaming, who I think were just pretty much unbeatable tonight on 112 points there. I mean, Ellis, let's just take a quick second to talk about Inexorable Gaming and the performance tonight. Insane.
I mean, they definitely came in room to impress. I mean, I have to say, their games previous this week weren't looking too great. They really had it tough. They did manage to take out one chicken dinner though, but coming back on now to the group stage finals. They definitely proved they are a team to look out for. The pushes from them were on point. They were pushing together. There was no individual pushes. Everything was team based coming out from them. I mean, they lost their IGL in one of the matches. I think it was the second last match. Viking died. 3 members up. He still managed to IGL his team, even though he was out of it. And basically pushed him through to take the chicken dinner either way without him. It was spectacular.
Oh yeah, 100%. What a performance coming out there from the members of Inexorable Gaming. Another note, obviously, we got High Voltage. We've seen also a good performance. Born to Lead, Ninjas in Bikinis, Fractus Gaming. We saw Anonymous do some good work there in the end as well. Noz Gaming, Against All Odds in 7th position. 8th, we saw the Tricksters, who have made their way in there as well. MLC Esports in 9th. NR Team in 10th. A great work for them winning the last chicken dinner there as well. Team Diversity in 11th, Microtech Esports in 12th, MLC Devils in 13th, White Rabbit Gaming in 14th. White Rabbit, we said a lot about them this evening. Yeah. Not the performance that we expected from them coming out there as well. Team Custom in with 28 points do make it. And I said 26 points, Ellis. Didn't I not say 26 points? And 26 points has made it in for Slick Daddy Club, Mates Alliance Gaming. They have made it into the finals. Congratulations to them. They just pipped their sister team of Mates Alliance Gaming, their main team there, from 25 points. Great work there from Slick Daddy Club in the end. I mean, they proved that they managed to get a lot of
Slick
good
Daddy
things.
Club. Yeah, Slick Daddy Club towards the end, definitely pulling their weight. They knew they had to do something. It was touch and go. The pressure was there, and they overcame the pressure. They kept it cool. They got the kills that they needed, and they've just scraped their way in. So I'm hoping that in the coming future, that I would just like to see a little more aggression coming out from them. They've got members who can frag. All they need to show is a little more aggression, a little more team pushes, and I think they sorted. I think they will be a team to be reckoned with.
Oh yeah, 100%. Rusty Revolvers Gaming, another close one. 3 points in it in the end, and I mean they've definitely upset a couple teams. I mean, specifically White Rabbit Gaming in 2 games as well. So I mean, for them, take their hats off to them, because they've done such a great job to get to, they've improved throughout the season, and coming this close to making it to the top 16 as well. I mean, they must definitely put a pat on their backs, because I mean, it was almost there. It was so close for them to make it in there as well. Quick Draw Mag, we saw some great stuff from Quick Draw Mag throughout the battles, but tonight just didn't pan out for them. I mean, I think they still, if I'm not mistaken, if I have a look at our scoreboard here, they got 0 points this evening. Not what you expect from Quick Draw Mag.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, it's something unusual that you don't see quite often. I think possibly there could have been an upset in the team, maybe a bit of disagreements. Otherwise, towards where they're going, where they're moving. Otherwise, I don't know what could have happened with them, because they were, like you said, in the battles. they were a strong team. Maybe it's just one of those days where nothing goes right, and unfortunately, you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, we also saw there, obviously, Gasp will finish off in 20th position. Against all odds, Black made that final push. I mean, we were saying, I mean, they had to get those kills and win the chicken dinner. What could have been for Against all odds Black in that final game? That could have been a story for us as well.
Oh yeah, 100%. But I have to give it to them. They did try and give it their all. Maybe there's a few touch-ups, like you said. Maybe they should have stuck together there towards the end. Maybe play together. Try and use that to get as much as map control together as possible and take on fights. So I think there's definitely room for improvement. So I definitely see Against All Odds and Black coming back in season 3 with a banger.
Yeah, 100%. I do see that as well. Well, that is, like we said, the top 16 there, ladies and gentlemen. We have concluded our evening as we're going to quickly switch over towards our host cameras here. Yeah, Ellis, I mean, great night of PUBG, great group stage week as well. I mean, we've played our 12 games. There's our top 16. Now, these top 16 move on to the finals where they'll play on Thursday and Sunday for the next 2 weeks. 5 games per day as well. So that'll be a nice total of 20 games to decide who will take that top spot in season number 2, sponsored by PUBG and We Buy Cars. I mean, if any final words for the top 16, Alis?
I mean, I'm wishing you guys the best of luck. You've impressed me. You've definitely impressed Godfather a little bit, if I can say on his behalf. So, like, please keep it up. Keep up the good work. And those who did not qualify, great job for making it this far. It has been phenomenal to watch. Thank you for making us watch the spectacular gameplay. And we will definitely be seeing you in season 3.
Yeah, we'll be announcing some stuff shortly as well, probably within the week, and let you guys know what's happening on beyond season 2. But let's put our sights onto season 2 for now as the finals. There's your, as I said, the top 16 has been confirmed. We'll confirm all of that on Discord as well. Like I say, we do like to just have a check to see if everything's all good as well. But yeah, from my side, thank you so much for everybody joining this evening and throughout the whole season as well. We got 2 weeks left, 20 games to decide who will take out the top spot in our season 2 league, who will take out that grand total prize of $500 if you win it out in total. There's a prize pool of $1,400. And now we get into the business end of the season as well. But from myself and Airless Tomato, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you guys on Thursday evening. You'll see myself and Viking on Wednesday evening for the We Buy Cars podcast. But until then, guys, have a great evening. We'll check you guys later. Cheers for now.